Hey, it's the Bennington Show. Thursday. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
I'm Ron Bennington. Where's Vito right now?
He's en route from his apartment on the west side of New York City.
Do you know that we have a starting time for this program? And the start, noon East, 9 Pacific. Okay?
Understood.
Now, I know Tuesday night is the big Bennington Family Thanksgiving show. Vito will not be attending.
Oh, no.
Nor should his immediate supervisor. Let me go through and see who his immediate supervisor is.
Oh, shit.
Stanley Christopher. Why is that familiar to me? Why does that name just leap out somewhere in my past?
I'm right here, Ron. Chris Stanley.
Yes. Would you please look up who his immediate supervisor is and put him on a suspension?
Oh, shit.
An Ezekiel Elliott suspension. And I want Jerry Jones to stay the fuck out of this. Bye, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Yeah, that Tuesday night show is going to be something. I have decided that we are going to be funny and amusing that night.
Yeah, that's, I think, a good game plan.
Chris also let everybody know Tuesday nights, all hands on deck.
All hands.
If you have a day off, forget about it. You're called in.
If I look at that deck and I don't see your hands on it.
Put your hands on the deck. Now I sound like Harvey. I just sounded like Harvey Weinstein right then. And I didn't mean to.
Jen, he said deck.
Yes, deck.
With an E.
And there's other people here who heard it, Jen. So call your lawyer and say, the gravy train is not leaving the station. A lot of people are upset with Jen right now because during her dish yesterday, there was a homoerotic stereotype that I'm dealing with a friend of mine who did not find that funny.
Really?
Felt like we've gone past that.
God, everyone was having a good time.
Oh, everyone here was. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to lie about that. We were dying. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to turn around and be offended with the mob right now. I move with the mob. I'm in the middle of the mob wherever I go.
You're a survivalist. That's why.
I like to think as myself as someone who has no own personal political philosophy, but I agree with the majority of every room that I'm in. And that makes me feel like I belong. And that's what's important, folks. Belong. Belonging is everything. Hey, Matt, you live in Tennessee. Back me up on this.
Couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
Good morning, Bennington.
Hey, what's up?
Yes. Hey, just real quick, I want to say slightly disagree with your guys' choices on Vito's tardiness. Perhaps maybe a better punishment for him and his supervisor would be to sit at an awkward child's table at Tuesday night's dinner.
Well, it's not a dinner; it's a big giant party. But
party, yeah.
Yeah, everyone always complains that there's something wrong with the child's table. I loved the child's table. I sat at the head of it and let the other children know that this is a time to be thankful.
I'm going to go around and ask you what you're all thankful for. And I will lead the prayer as well.
Lord, this turkey is all you. Somebody should thank Mom for all this great food. Somebody always feels like they're better than the other children by saying, we should thank Mom for everything she did today.
You guys all look like shit that you didn't thank her.
I was going to fucking thank her right after the prayer. But now I look like a fucking daydream Johnny.
Got quiet. Everyone's eating.
And there's always a point. Everyone's talking, and everyone starts to stuff face, and then someone says it got quiet. Every fucking year, every dinner that happens. No, turn off the game. No one gives a fuck about the Detroit Lions. Mom made all this food.
And no one thanked her.
It is the one day of the year that people act like they care about the Lions. Lions losing again. Wouldn't be Thanksgiving without the Lions losing. You want to take the ball in the backyard and we'll play some touch football? Our family against your family. Your family has all the money, so why don't you kick off to us? One thing I don't like to hear is about people's illnesses in the year that I haven't seen them.
Well, my arthritis got worse since the last time I talked to you.
Mom's arthritis is terrible, and she made all the food. No one's thanked her yet. Mom, I didn't thank you earlier for all the food, but I really do. Thank you. Because you made my special gravy. Because I'm your special boy. Of course, Ron gets to sit next to Pop. Why wouldn't he? You all right, Chris?
I'm okay. I'm good.
He's really been coughing lately. I mean, you should have heard him hacking out there.
He's going to be coughing in his coffin. That's my prediction for 18.
And he was coughing to the point of almost getting sick. And then I watched him light a cigarette after he did it.
Sometimes that clears it out for you, though. It's some fresh smoke.
Yeah, it just pushes all that bad down. And then, I'm able to smoke again.
I hate to bring this up because I know you're feeling sensitive about this, but on the iBang, there's an article about what smoking a pack a day for 30 days does to your lungs.
Chris smokes a pack a day, right?
I'm doing a pack and a half a day.
All right, so what does it do to your lungs? Make it better?
So they take this jar of cotton balls, and then they have this thing that's like sucking in the smoke, and you see the cotton balls go from white to black over the course of 1 month.
So you're saying his cotton balls are black?
No, please, God. I can't watch this because it's fucking...
Then don't watch it, Chris. Then don't watch it. It's the Bennington Show, 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. No, you told me 5 minutes with Vito. It's why are you tapping? I want you to stay in the moment. Is what I want you to do. Okay,
I'm here.
That way you would have been able to go with the cotton balls bit. Jen, this could be your day. You've never fired anybody before. I may let you fire Vito. I'll be like this. I'll be looking up to it. Vito Loudermilk is leaving early today. Now, by the way, there's a TV show called Loudermilk, and Brian Regan is part of the TV show. But God the fuck if I know where to find this thing, because even though I have 800 TV stations, and now went over and bought the 3 fucking streaming things, it's still not enough, Gail. It's still not enough. How can you be a TV show and I can't see you on the TV fucking set?
It's very frustrating. There's too many platforms and there's too many shows.
Somebody told me about a show the other day. They said, it's on, I don't know what the fuck it is, one of them. I'm going to say Instagram TV. I don't know what it is, though. So I go there, and they're like, oh, no, it's not running now. Like, what is the point of having a streaming service? And then you go, we took the show that we produce, and it's not on there for a while.
Yeah, shouldn't it just live there forever?
Thank you. It's like going to a library. You expect there to be books there. No, you're going like, no, someday we don't have books. I don't know why. We think it's better not to. What the fuck else is going on in the play? Who's playing ball tonight, Chris?
There is no Thursday Night Football tonight.
Again, why have a Thursday Night Football if there's no Thursday night?
No clue.
Is it done for the rest of the season?
I think it's coming back, but I think because of the bye weeks, there's no Thursday Night Football.
There's bye weeks all the time. They don't take the whole league off together.
Yeah, why would...
One of the teams that's playing should play tonight.
That was an assumption of mine. I'm not sure why there isn't a Thursday Night Football, but I was looking it up today. I wonder what the Thursday Night Football game is. No Thursday Night Football. No TNF.
I like that he gives you the tone in which he was thinking. I wonder what the...
I never watch Thursday Night Football. I'm normally busy on Thursday nights. Tonight I have a free Thursday night. Okay? And I'm like, you know what I could do? Watch some Thursday Night Football. I'll get a little guac, some chips, get myself a fresh, icy cold beverage, and enjoy Thursday night football. And now Chris is telling me, I'm sorry, it's a bye week.
It doesn't make any sense. Have they done that in the past? Skipped it?
Never in the history of the planet Earth.
So I'm gonna assume it's done then, just for the rest of the season.
I don't like when you assume. Get to the bottom of it. You're supposed to be. What's my nickname for you? It's Scoop. You know why I call you Scoop?
Why is that?
Well, because the amount of sugar that you put in your coffee every day. It's always a giant scoop.
It's always scooping.
You're having an off hair day too. I think that's part of your problem. Yeah. Yesterday was a phenomenal on hair day.
It was beautiful. I saw my reflection. I was like, damn, that hair looks good.
It really did.
It looked so good yesterday. Now, this isn't good.
Lisa Traeger was saying to me when she was leaving, she goes, that's the most beautiful hair I've ever seen in my life. All right, you may be wrong about something because our phones have completely exploded.
Oh, no.
I think they're called to say I'm right, Ron.
James in Ohio. James, what's up, buddy?
Ronnie, Gail?
Yes.
Think the Seahawks play Arizona in Arizona tonight. Maybe that's not the NFL.
Pretty good prize closet for you.
Oh, my God.
So, not only are they playing, but it's a game that I have some interest in.
Okay.
So you looked it up, and then what did you see that would make you believe Thursday Night Football is canceled forever?
Fucking ESPN. I go to ESPN because I want to know what the Thursday Night Football game is. I click on the NFL tab. At the top of the page, they have all the games. And usually, it's Thursday Night Football first and all Sunday games.
Tony, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ron, I didn't want you to cancel your plans. There is a game tonight, and also, I think they're going to cancel the rest of the season because there's a bye. The Eagles have a bye this week.
Oh, boy. Mike, Iowa.
Yeah, Ron, I was just calling to tell you the same thing. There is a game tonight, Seattle at Arizona.
Chris,
yes.
Do you understand the way you make not only this show, the Bennington show, which has a big Thanksgiving show coming up, and we're all abuzz about it.
Yes.
But SiriusXM stock just dropped because fake fucking news from Chris Stanley.
You are Chris Fake News Stanley. Another nickname for you.
I didn't think it would affect
Guess
the stock
what?
price.
I got a new fucking nickname for you.
Okay.
It's going to be Chris Fuck Nut in the Butt Stanley. How's that for a nickname?
I like that one.
I like that it rhymes, but I don't want to fuck none of them.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they said that, Chris loves to have silly pictures of himself out there, and he loves to fuck up and get yelled at. Whenever Chris is in trouble, the excitement in his voice, and they said that this guy is textbook masochist.
Yeah, I have kind of thought that about him. Like, he seems to enjoy taking a beating. You ever know when we say, like, he looks sloppy or his hair looks bad or he's got a stain on his shirt, the first thing he does is flip his phone around and take a picture, just in case we go put that up, I think.
Put it up. If you guys are going to humiliate me, here's the picture. Please don't put it up. I love it. I love it. I know. Fucking Chris is there with his girlfriend. She's like, yo, Chris, you piece of cheat. You fucking piece of cheat. Oh my God. Listen to the cotton balls, or rotten balls as they're now being known.
Lung full of rotten balls.
I am going to turn this into a salute to Chris Stanley on Tuesday night, though.
Good. I think he deserves it.
God, how I love him.
He's put so much effort
every
into
once in a while, I'll be out and I'll just think to myself, I bet Chris is at brunch again today. I wonder what Chris is up to. Probably another exciting brunch.
Brunching. Just brunching nonstop. Bellinis. Sometimes margaritas.
People don't know this, but Chris invented brunch because his breakfast goes straight into lunch.
Right, because he continues eating.
Yeah. They were originally going to call that the Sunday Stanley and just let people do it.
It's a lovely time on the weekend.
Larry in Jersey.
Yeah, Ron. Well, actually, this is break Chris's balls. She's got to check the NFL Network. The ESPN doesn't carry that game. The NFL Network does.
You know what? Pretty good prize closet for you as well. You're costing me a lot of prizes today, Stanley.
I never want to do that. I like to keep that.
Fuck nut in the butt has done it again.
That's you, dude.
Has Vito finally decided to come in?
Yeah. He's here.
Please send him to the principal's office.
Okay.
And tell him I do want to see a note from his mom. This is the principal's office, Vito. Come in here, you dumb fuck. Jesus, he's just sitting there smiling. Yeah. He gave the big thumbs up. The thumbs up belongs to Chris Stanley.
That's mine.
That's like in that like very like small moment in Jaws when he throws a thing at the window to get the deputy's attention, and then he just waves and he's like, "Get in here."
Why even
Chief?
put that? Why put that moment of comedy
so
in the middle?
funny.
The Kittner kid is already dead.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Hey, Chief."
I'm not going to let the Kittner boy spill all over that dock. I tell you, the day that we had the bicycle terrorist in New York, the fucking mayor and governor come on TV like seconds later to let us know that the Halloween party is going on. New York is always supportive of our big Halloween party. So get out there this week. Cuomo, get your children out in the middle of that. Have them walking down the bike path.
The kids are just scared.
I mean, you don't look any worse fucking being there in an emergency situation in a suit to tell people to keep spending money. I know they're having drink specials tonight. Hey, Joey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, not only there's a game tonight, obviously. It's kind of a big deal. They're using the Sky Cam for the majority of the game. They've been talking about it the last couple of days.
What? I could watch a whole Sky Cam game.
I didn't even hear about the Sky Cam thing.
How do you not even know about the Sky Cam?
You know, my dream is to watch a Sky Cam. Okay. I'm going to put my TV on the floor, and then I'm going to...
Cool.
Yeah. I have this chair that I got from the U.S. Open. It's umpire.
How do you not even know about the Sky Cam?
You know, my dream is to watch a Sky Cam. Okay. I'm going to put my TV on the floor, and then I'm going to...
Cool.
Yeah. I have this chair that I got from the U.S. Open. It's umpire's chair, so I can sit up high and look down, and I'll feel like I'm at the top of the world right then. All right, Vito, what time does this show start?
Starts at 12 p.m. Eastern.
And what time did you get here?
Like 12:17 Eastern.
Right. So you're off by how many minutes?
17 minutes.
Yeah. And that makes you a bad what?
Person, producer, staff member,
son,
employee.
The word I'm looking for is piece of shit. Now, yesterday, we had a meeting. Vito can't attend. He's got a special assignment, right? He is going up to the Conan show, right? So I tell Vito, why are you going to the Conan show? You're going to be late. He goes, I'll make it in plenty of time. What happened when you got there, Vito? They shut the what?
They shut down the line. They weren't taking I had a ticket reservation.
Had a VIP.
I had a VIP ticket reservation, and I got there about 5 minutes later than I needed to be there. And I walk up to the security guard, and I just go, "Hey, man, am I fucked?" And he goes, "Let me go check." He walks away, comes back, and he goes, "Yeah, man, you're fucked." And I just stood there and I looked down and I took out my phone to just I don't know. I was going to text somebody and be like, "I'm sorry."
Here's the deal. Vito is the world's biggest Conan O'Brien fan.
Mm-hmm.
But they did end up letting you in?
Yeah, he said I looked so sad that he brought me in through the back.
Pathetic is not the way you want to go through life.
But he does have that big, sweet puppy dog thing.
Yeah, he does. It works for him.
You got to know it works for you.
He took me through the back of the security line and threw me in with the seat fillers.
That's strange. Did you have to move around seat to seat?
No. There was just it was the people like me.
Did you get your regular seat?
I'm pretty much sure I was in the VIP section, so I got to take my seat that I didn't show up to claim.
Oh, you took your own seat. Now, look, this is we'll take it to the top, please. World's biggest Conan fan goes to the Apollo. for New York Comedy Fest Conan tape. Look at the picture of him with his Conan doll.
Oh my God!
Wait, that's not the bobblehead.
Yeah, that's the thing you guys gave me.
Is that right? We gave you a Batman body?
You gave me a Funko Pop. It was a special edition given away at his Comic-Con taping.
I didn't know that. I thought we gave you a regular one. I remember how crazy he was because we just had tchotchkes to give out for Christmas, and he acted like we were Santa Claus. I just go through. He's list everything that he's done. Oh, nice picture, the Apollo.
Oh, very nice.
What a great theater, right?
I've never been before. It was amazing.
Wow, look at your seats.
Oh, that's great.
I was exactly center stage. I was right in front of the teleprompter. They had to tell me to make sure to sit down.
They put the teleprompter back that far?
Yeah, but it was like a huge, 70-inch TV. And they were like, when Conan comes out, you can applaud and everything. But
why can't I have a fucking teleprompter doing this show? I would love that.
But that's the basic cable band up there in that photo.
Derek in Cleveland.
Hey, had to sit on hold for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just to tell you that Thursday night football comes on. What the hell did I do? Thursday night football comes on NBC also.
Oh, shit.
Chris, it's on everywhere.
I didn't know.
My God.
I went to ESPN. They fucking listed Sunday games first.
Derek, pretty good prize closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going down. I want to see more. Look at those seats.
Wow.
Bill Clinton is there.
Look at how close you are.
I was like 15 rows back from the stage.
Isn't it funny, like, when you go to these talk shows, as soon as they go to break, how many people surround the fucking host? Could you imagine, like, if every time we went to break, all these suits came in? Yeah, you're really doing good, Gail. Everybody's liking what you're saying.
Great.
Yeah.
Can I have another fucking coffee? This is cold.
Look, I'll fucking kill somebody if they don't get Gail the coffee she wants. Everybody's liking the stuff that you're doing. It's really cute, really funny. Numbers are coming back great. Can we get you to do like a sassy black voice, though? Like, you better bet your ass I'm trying to do things. Because people, my numbers are telling me that's what people like out there. All right, keep going. Look at the size of Bill Clinton's head. He lost weight, but not... Look at his fucking pant leg riding up. Like,
oh my God! Somebody fix Clinton's pants.
Is that like old-fashioned socks that would be like your pants would stick to?
Like a dress sock, like an old-timey...
Yeah, but there used to be socks would be clingy for some reason, right? They would like have an electrical charge, and your pants would stick to it. But they fixed socks somehow. I don't know how.
Bill Clinton, incredibly large fingers, by the way. It's something I noticed yesterday.
Large as in long?
Long, like very long fingers. I noticed from where I was sitting that his fingers were like fucking, like skeleton fingers.
And long and thin, you're saying?
By the way, what is Voss doing there glaring at everybody? This looks like the man who was going to shoot an ex-president. Look at his dirty sneakers. How did that guy get there? And now look, Conan's having his moment with Bill. Look how Andy Richter has to stand off to the side, like 5 feet away. Oh, Conan's happy, so I'm happy. Conan's happy, so I'm happy. Conan's happy, so I'm... Andy, get over there and fucking talk to the ex-president.
Too.
Now, was there the pop that it was an ex-president? It's not as big as when they're president. When there's president, it's fucking unbelievably... You're the center of the universe. Ex-president, it's still nice. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like Jimmy Carter could come here and there wouldn't be like a big deal about it. You know?
People are just like, that's cool.
People popped for Bill. People were excited for him.
Who do you think is the most popular ex-president? You think it's H.W., W., Bill, or Jimmy Carter? Is there any other exes? Is that
Obama?
How did I fucking forget Barack Obama? He still has enough heat connected to him.
Absolutely. I think, like, out of all of those people, Obama would have the biggest pop.
Well, he's got the, it was recent. It was only a year ago. Plus, he was the first at something, and that's always good for you,
Did you see when he was doing jury duty and he was, like, coming through and saying hello to everyone who's also serving? He had to
everyone? I think the guy's guilty. but let's let the evidence come through. But I'm pretty sure.
And then I thought it was cool because he was being like really friendly and sweet, and you could see people are like, he's just a regular guy. And then meanwhile, like Secret Service is like, everyone sit down, ma'am, do not get up. Everyone stay seated. Like, he's like, hey, everybody. He seems loose, but they're like, nobody make any sudden moves.
Well, the Secret Service has always had a problem with this guy, too, because he goes off.
He's like wanders around.
Yeah, he wanders around. He eats food he's not supposed to. Like, they don't. Like, when you're the president, right? And you're like, oh, we got late night meetings, and they send out for like pizza or Chinese food, the president doesn't get to eat it. He cannot eat non-food that they haven't worked out. So if the president's going to come to your restaurant, they send fucking Secret Service to that place, and they fuck around with everything. And when I was a kid, I worked in a thing where coming to the hotel was going to be Gerald Ford's wife after he was already president, right? Mm-hmm. She was, Betty Ford is the person who came up with rehab somehow. I don't know how she did it. She's like, I need to get the fuck away. And everybody's like, after that, they start saying, I want to pull a Betty Ford. So, fucking 3 days before, an ex-president's wife is coming to speak at. They went through the fucking hotel like there was nothing. I'm like, who hates Betty Ford? You know what I mean? No one thinks about her. Like, Carter's wife is still alive, right?
Yeah.
She could walk down the street. Nobody would stop her. At one time, she was the most famous woman in the country and probably the world. But now, she's not. There's no reason to be like, Carter's wife is going to be here, so I need all this fucking shit. And they would go in and, like, if there was, like, even, like, they would move furniture, like, somebody could hide behind that. I'm like, this is a fucking lobby, dude. People got to be able to sit down. We can't clear out the lobby.
I want this to be an empty space.
And they're like going through the storage rooms and shit. What goes in here? Bombs? No, there's no fucking bombs in here. We're just regular. I go, it's something like fucking $39 a night to stay here. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not a lot of focus on this fucking hotel. She's coming in for a lunch.
What goes in here?
Oh, fucking pallets of shit. Something. I keep going. You took these with your phone?
Yeah.
Wow, pictures are crazy now, right?
Yeah, that's even look at it, like how that one like pops the color.
Well, first of all, I love that like 70s vibe that they're putting on there. I keep going.
That was a hoodie I bought.
You bought it?
Yeah.
That's how close?
No, so this is a picture of I went to the Beacon. Like one of the last times I went to see Conan was at the Beacon about 5 years ago, and that's the only picture I've ever gotten with Conan O'Brien.
Look at his baby face.
Here's the fucking when Conan was at NBC, right? He had a set job. Now he has to constantly run around doing gigs like he's Big J. Except for, the whole show goes. I bet he hates his life. I bet he's like, man, if I would have just fucking stayed at the Tonight Show, I don't have to go to the Apollo.
I know.
I don't have to go to Israel and Cuba to get somebody to look at me. We should thank Mom for this dinner, Conan. I know you got a TV show, but Mom slaved over this dinner. She made her famous turnips. You better turn up to see them. See what I'm saying? Is Andy coming or not? Mom, I'm sorry. Andy Richter's here. Conan didn't even say a word about it. He had nowhere else to go. And he needs gluten-free. Mom does not cook gluten-free. Okay? We started with glutens and we'll die eating glutens, Conan. Conan, you've made a mockery of our whole fucking family. You let Jay Leno come in and take our future away. I bet he's eating gold today. Look how happy you are to be near Conan O'Brien.
When I took that picture, I was so excited that it felt like in my head I was taking a picture with Conan O'Brien. Like nothing was the opposite of that feeling. And that was the Beacon in 2012, Halloween.
You're like a fucking stalker, like an obsessed stalker. Well, And I never saw as many things written. This is like a Rolling Stone. I was down at the stand last night, and then I got forwarded, like, here's Vito's thing. And I'm like, my phone is just jammed. It's jammed because he's written so much. And it was only like about 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? It was like 10 o'clock at night. I just seen him a couple hours before. He goes up there, just take a look at how long this goes on, Chris. Wait, what's this?
Oh, that was just another example of how much I like Conan. That was when I saw him at Radio City, and I made my own T-shirt to go see him. Right when
you were so thin then.
I'm confused. So you're much smaller now.
Yes.
Way smaller.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's always, you know what I mean? Like he fluctuates.
Yeah, you're like a lady.
The picture before that is I'm older, so I lost weight in the picture before that, and then now I'm at like a better weight than I was at least there.
You have to make your own shirts?
That was when I made my own shirt, because at the back it was a picture of Jay Leno and an X on his face.
I forgot that Reggie Watts was on that tour. That's just when Reggie was fucking blowing up. And now, you know, and so like Reggie was doing, like, I know the money and the regular gig is great to work with Corden, but Reggie was like the fucking hot bizarro comic that everybody wanted to see. And like TV was just like, where do we put him? Where do we put this strange act?
We need him somewhere.
Dude, Reggie, the day that I saw him on Unmasked, he had the iPhone and was fucking turning it into an orchestra. And I'm like, how could that even happen? And then people, you know, the iPhone heads had written it up all over the internet. They were so fucking impressed with it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is the way music's going to be made. I still haven't seen anybody do it yet since.
Yeah, that thing was so cool.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Well, go over and read Vito's story. He put so much, I'd say he put a lot of work into it, but it happened so fast.
It's a pretty long piece, but
it's great, and you did your own photography. All right, you know what? You are coming to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're back in, Vito.
I was off.
Yes.
Oh,
you and Chris were kicked off Thanksgiving for you being late, but now guess what? You're coming. Still no Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, you're not coming. Mom's worked so hard on that dinner. She's making her famous creamed spinach. Being the sister in the family is the worst. The sister is always like so disgusted with all the boys. You idiots don't give a shit about mom. And dad's knee isn't working. Do you know that? Do you know your dad has a stiff leg? No, you wouldn't know that, do you? His knee's just locked up completely. We think he's going to lose it.
Lose the knee?
And if that happens, Mom will die. But you don't care, do you? You even have a job that you can keep? Mom worries about you every night. You're killing her, and you don't even go to church anymore, do you? There's always a place there at the pew, an empty spot. Sisters, their main thing, like when you're younger, a brother will annoy the shit out of his sisters, but then the sisters get even by being better children, better adult children.
Yeah. Well, they're way better adult children. The girls always are.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know. They always care for the parents better. They keep in.
What do you mean better? They're the only ones who care for the parents.
And then they tend to like keep. They have everyone's detailed. They know everything. Like nobody would know when people had birthdays or events and without the girls in the family.
No, there would be never a cake. The boys would just go, "Happy birthday." Did you guys even get a cake? All right, I got one in the trunk. Just say it's from Mom. And here's a sweater. Fits her perfectly. But see, here's the thing. They don't want to drive the brothers away. You know? They'll cover for the brothers, you know?
Yeah.
They want to keep everyone together, But at the same time, they want to let everyone. They're the only one who's doing shit. None of the boys are. Chris, your sister is non-existent.
Yeah, no siblings.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving this year? You going to Costa Rica?
No, not going to Costa Rica. I don't
Empanadas?
Turkey empanadas?
Delicious. Is this a stuffing empanada? Don't know
sounds
yet.
pretty good.
Don't know yet.
Does she have family plans? Does she not know what she's doing?
She doesn't know what she's doing either, because she usually doesn't go home for Thanksgiving. She goes home for Christmas.
She doesn't get together with the cartel?
There's no cartel
Hey,
operation.
this is Chris. Pat him down, man. He's good people. Everybody, hey, I'm bringing a gringo with me this year, but he's really cool. I don't know. He's pretty heavy. I don't know if that chair, we can't sit up.
What do you say about my weight?
All of our furniture's rattan, man. What does everyone get together in a van somewhere?
No, it's not. She's not part of.
Move over in the van. I brought a gringo.
Why are they patting me down?
Guess you're wearing a wire, man.
Not recording anything.
Mama, I love him. You got to end up killing somebody so that they know they can trust you?
I don't know.
What do you guys do that thing when you flick on and off the lights? If someone flicks back, then you go back and shoot them?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is not.
Oh, you're not allowed to say.
Okay.
When is the Day of the Dead? When do you guys all get together for that?
I wouldn't know.
You missed it. Missed it.
That's a shame.
It's the day after Halloween.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's All Saints Day.
Yeah, the Dia de los Muertos is November 1st and 2nd.
Yeah. They wear the skull paint.
See, my sister used to do her whole house up like a haunted house, but then by 12 o'clock, all the stuff had to come down because it's All Saints Day.
Right.
You can't fucking have that. You can't have people around on All Saints Day.
Not down Mexico way.
Greg in Philly.
Hey, Ron. Hey, guys. I married into a wonderful Irish Catholic family of 8, and there's 6 boys, 2 girls. And I tell you what, those 2 girls do the work of 8 boys, and I do more work than the boys who live local.
Yeah, there is a thing. There's an old saying that a son is a son. What? It's a daughter is a daughter for all her life, and a son is a son till he takes a wife. That goes back like centuries, and you would think, those sayings don't make sense, but they do.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who I could put in that category and go, oh, that checks out.
Yes. And I remember, like, when I got married, just for some reason at Christmas, I'm sitting around with a bunch of fucking Italian strangers. And I get a call from my mom. Are you coming for Christmas? And I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. We do Christmas, too. You forgot Christmas for Mom. Here, give her this sweater. She wants it. That's from Ronnie. Wasn't. All right, let me see. People are saying, well, look at this. Kudos for Vito for not wearing the stupid headband at the theater. Oh, yeah, you took the headband off. You're not wearing it today either. It's better without it, dude. You look more like Chris.
Classy.
Don't like that.
Vito had to go all soy boy to get into Conan. Ha, ha, ha.
Soy boy.
Check out his knees for bruises, too. Like you blew somebody. Go Pack Joe. I think you should let Vito eat salads again.
That would be cool.
I don't remember why you didn't get a chance to eat salads.
Because he doesn't know shit about movie trivia, Ron.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, he doesn't know shit about The Godfather either.
I never claimed to know. My mom is the one who knows The Godfather.
She doesn't know anything about The Godfather 1, 2, or 3.
This said Vito had to leave in the middle of Conan to go take a massive dump as well.
They don't let people get up during taping.
All right, Bunbury says this. I never would have quit laughing if Vito had missed out on the Conan O'Brien show. No excuse for being late. Fatty probably had to stop for a churro. These are kind of mean. You did a really great job on it, too.
Thank you. I don't know why people are just being so judgmental about me and my weight.
Vito's nickname is Shitboat.
That's a good one.
How come you don't wear the headband anymore?
I guess I'm thinking about getting a haircut, so I'm going to let my hair fall down a little and just start combing my hair back.
What?
That's a strange reason.
Combing my hair back from where? Let's see it now. Just let's see your natural hair.
Yeah, let it be free.
There is the headband.
Oh.
So you just wear it high sometimes. That hair is fucking useless, dude. How do you have that hair next to Chris every day? When you know his beautiful locks.
And people fucking confuse us.
But you're also fatter than me, and I don't make a big deal about that.
Is that true? Is he?
He wore my jacket the other day, and it was way too tight on him.
I think it was
fat
snug.
guy in a fatter coat. It was fat guy in an enormous coat. You really couldn't fit into his jacket?
I fit fine into his jacket. It was a little snug.
He's fatter than me.
It's a little snug.
Let's go. Let me stand up and let me just look at the belly zone. Because you definitely beat him in the belly zone. But he's like...
Both of you guys are ripped. I don't know what you're even worried about.
I'm a medium now, so I've gotten a little weight.
Medium?
I'm just wider than him because I work out and I'm stronger.
Oh, you're so swole.
Do you think that he's stronger than you, Chris?
I saw him squatting, and I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking
you're
weight.
strong as fuck, right?
Yeah, it's quite
Please
strong.
be an offensive lineman, dude. Please be my blind side. Why won't you do it? Just because you can't remember fucking plays?
Yeah, it was really hard to remember.
80% of the time, you're just pass blocking now.
I'll be your D lineman.
Vito's never had it.
No, you don't have the fucking. You don't have the kill factor for that.
Oh, I do.
I know you do, man.
Though.
I love being a D lineman,
dude. You just don't. You're not a closer, man. You're not a fucking closer. You're not angry. You're a sweetheart.
You just love D. Nah.
Hold on, let me hear the lack of laughs.
Today, Who Kid mistook me for Vito in our office, and I was fucking annoyed.
Oh yeah, me and Who Kid are cool now. I'm the voice of his podcast intro.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Why? Because Who Kid has the best voice in the whole world. Hey man,
maybe he just wants something as comparison. So when he comes in, you're like, "Ooh, that is a good voice."
Are you supposed to be a cop? Like, stop, Who Kid. You don't even belong here. Jen, how famous is Who Kid in the hip hop and DJ
He's
world?
pretty big because he's a 50 Cent's DJ.
Yeah. You got to be pretty good to be that, right?
Yeah. Very well known.
He's in G Unit, right?
I don't know.
Is that still happening?
G Unit's always happening.
I don't know. I know this. No one has ever been busted as much for not having a license as Who Kid. And I know that he's big because TMZ covered the story that he got busted for not having a license.
And he was on TMZ didn't he do something on Gronk's boat?
I can't fucking follow everything that happens on TMZ. Why do you gotta?
I felt like I had my Gronk.
Yeah, I felt like I had my moment in the sun. I was just going to relax. Oh look, I had a TMZ thing. Scott in California.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, wondering if I could have a word with your producer for a second?
He's right here, Chris.
Yes, what would you like to say to me?
This is Scott from California.
I was just kind of curious what you're watching on Amazon Prime right now.
I'm not watching Amazon Prime. I'm at work.
You don't stream Amazon Prime when you're off work?
I've streamed shows before, yes, of course.
Okay, well, they're advertising like crazy. I can't watch a show without them telling me about Thursday Night Football. Streaming on Amazon Prime also.
I just didn't know there was a game today because ESPN just fucking showed the Sunday games.
Scott, pretty good prize.
Yeah, way to go, Scott.
Paul in Jersey.
Hey, Benningtons.
Hey.
Ronnie hit it right on the head because I have a crazy Italian family, and my sisters, their gift on Thanksgiving was to, help out, make sure everyone had a drink, make sure, pull up the dishes. And my gift to them was showing up to that insanity.
Yeah, and you know what? The brothers do that because you're always like, what? Loose I was here.
Yeah. I didn't
told me to come, I came. What more I got to do?
They do think like bare minimum is like, I have done so much. I showed up here.
You know that Adam Sandler movie, he was so fucking punch drunk love, when his sisters just kept calling, you going to show up? Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm at work right now. And he had like 6 sisters or something crazy.
I just said that I was coming.
You better come here, you faggot. The way they were, they were just
so
brutal.
Awful.
And then in Vice Principals, his older sisters were fucking brutal to him too. It all comes back to the same thing. They try to act like you're not masculine enough. And yet, I have got nothing but love from my 2 sisters.
They do love you.
Unbelievable.
They are crazy about you.
Why? Didn't do anything. Did not do anything to earn any love. Not even pleasant. Tease their children. It's Pranksgiving, you assholes. I think they're probably getting too old for Pranksgiving anyway.
I hope not, because I enjoy Pranksgiving as well.
One year, like I go to drink these 2 little crazy nephews I have. I go to drink my iced tea, and it's not coming down.
What?
And they had poured something into it, and the whole thing turned into, my iced tea turned into like Jell-O.
It just turned solid?
It turned solid as a fuck. And I'm like, dude, you just won Pranksgiving. Because I am freaked out like I got shit going on with David Blaine. Like, I didn't even know that this potion existed. Then I kept thinking, man, are they putting stuff in my food?
Oh, my God. I hope they never grow out of Pranksgiving.
I don't know. Peter Pan ends up by himself. It happens all the time. It's always Peter Pan on his own. They should make a movie about Peter Pan, like a cartoon movie.
What about live action?
They could only get a girl to play Peter Pan. No boys ever play Peter Pan, right?
Yeah, I mean, not until you could actually do special effects, but all of those, like, all the theater ones, it was Mary, what's her name was the Peter Pan?
Poppins. Mary Poppins played me Peter Pan.
It doesn't make sense.
Mary
Martin?
Mary Martin, yeah.
That's the one that I remember watching as a kid, but I think all of the ones that were like staged.
That you said that you watched when you were a kid, that was like in black and white when Mary Martin did it.
Yeah.
I think she was Larry.
Actually, maybe she did 2 versions. I think she might have done one like when it was black and white, and then they did another version in color, like in the early 60s. But she looked kind of older. See this one here.
There used to be an urban myth that the day that they would play Peter Pan on TV, and that the emergency ward was filled with kids who had broken their arm jumping off the garage or their couch. But when you're a little kid and you see Peter Pan, you're like, that's the fucking future for me.
Yeah.
Never growing up.
That was my most favorite of all the Disney, favorite of all the just like fairy tales. Peter Pan was always my favorite. Because I loved the not growing up. I loved like Never Never Land with no adults and kids are just running wild and like fighting pirates. It's the best.
Yeah, it's a fucking great myth. And what was it, the last star on your left? Or
Second star to the right, straight on till morning.
It's a great line, man. What's their big song for Peter Pan? You got anything that's like a fucking hit?
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. That's the Disney.
Fly, fucking fly.
But then that's the Disney version, and then the Mary Martin one is like, I'm flying, look at me, way up here, da-da-da,
oh, yeah.
I'm flying. Yeah.
And then what was the song, Todd Rundgren actually covered it. It's something about Never Never Land. It's a really fucking sweet song.
I don't think I've ever heard him cover that.
Let's see how long it takes Chris to find this.
Never Never Land, Bottom Line.
Why won't you play it, dude? Bottom Line is a fucking place. Why don't you find the actual album cut rather than him at the bottom line?
I guess the full name of Never Never Land is actually Never Bottom.
Live at the bottom line.
All right, I have the album cut. It's coming up in a moment.
Oh, good. Let's sit through a commercial, Chris. Great to see, man.
I know. I have like a thing too. It's like when you get an artist who covers like a children's song, but it's like an actual rock artist or a real musician, and like I don't know why, I just love that. Like, it gives me chills. I was thinking just the other day about, remember when Blind Melon did the cover of Three's a Magic Number?
Yeah, it was
like
great,
that's
man.
just like floors me. It's like something about that, like singing like a children's song.
Well, you know that they knew this song when they were a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and it stays with them. It's weird how some of those childhood songs, you know, stay with you like there's no tomorrow. Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Go.
I'd heard that the Peter Pan was actually a metaphor for the Grim Reaper, and that the reason the kids never grew up was because he was taking them off to heaven or whatever.
That's stoner talk, man. You're talking like a stoner.
Just so you know, it isn't real.
You're just fucking so high right now. That's kind of scary, though, right?
It is kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it gave me chills a little bit.
When I was a kid, I used to just love the Grim Reaper.
So cute.
Yeah, I'm like, when he comes with that big sheet, does he cut off our heads, or he just cuts us with it? Jason in Minnesota. Jason.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So good, man.
That's good. Hey, you guys are forgetting Robin Williams played Peter Pan and Hook.
Well, first of all, that he played him in Mork. Okay? Nanu is not something Peter Pan would ever say. If I was Peter Pan, I'd just say, call me Pan. Don't hit me with the Peter thing, man. It's Pan.
Pan.
Pan's here, man.
Welcome back to Neverland, Pan the Man.
Ryan in Minneapolis. Ryan.
Yes, Ronnie B.
Hey.
So I'm married to this girl who has Peter Pan syndrome.
What's that? She eats peanut butter all the time? Worst
I'm
peanut
so
butter
sorry.
Ever. Worst peanut butter ever.
No, she refuses to grow up.
You know, they always tell you, like, stay youthful, and then when you do, everyone fucks with you for that, too. They just keep fucking with people.
But
Well,
if
when
you're
they're in
a
their
responsible
30s,
adult,
jumping
then
on the
they'll say like, you need to get in touch with your inner child. You
What
don't have
happened to
any
the
fun.
child inside? You gotta go out and smoke some angel dust, you know? Have some fun.
Take a look around. See what
Yeah.
you like.
Be a cutter. Cut up high, too, right next to your vagina. Sexy. And all those little scars there. People know that you're fucking wacky and wild in bed. The nothing took a fucking hit the way Spielberg made that Peter Pan movie Hook. They just fucking dumped shit all over him. That was like the girls' Ghostbusters, you know?
It's so weird because it's so loved now. Like, it's a cult classic.
Only by the people that were 5 when that movie came out.
Because I saw that movie when I was young and I was crazy about it. I loved that movie.
You loved Rufio, the
I
bad
did.
boy.
I did. Rufio.
But Rufio getting killed fucking pissed off a lot of parents.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah.
He's just a child.
Yeah. He's just a child. And the fact that, okay, we lost the battle, but we're going to win the war means nothing when your children are laying on the ground crying over Rufio. Rufio. Yeah, I mean, the movie obviously didn't work, but there were plenty of great things in it.
Like, there's that moment, remember when, like, the little kid, like, holds back his, like, face and goes like, oh, there you are, Peter. Like, that still makes me cry if I think about it.
There you are when you didn't have a big fat old person's face with hanging skin. Fucking Peter Pan was probably like 39 at the time. So people that were 40 were like, fuck this movie. This movie sucks dick for kids. But every once in a while, I don't think Julia Roberts worked as Tinkerbell. That whole...
No, because you know why? I feel like I kind of enjoy a Tinkerbell with a pixie cut. Didn't she have, like, longer hair?
Yeah.
Or did she have the short hair?
She
No, I
had
can't-
short hair, but she didn't have a chubby enough face. When I have a
Oh, she
pixie
did have-
girl...
Okay, so she had short hair, but it
Yeah.
wasn't blonde.
Yeah.
And I always think of... that's what it was. I always kind of think of Tink, like, with a blonde
This
pixie.
just means she's a big movie star. That's why she got that part. Like, we can put another big movie star in there. But you need like a little cherub-faced, apple-bottom Tink.
Yeah. Also, you know, I've always felt bad for Tink. Like, she's, like, just super in love with Peter Pan.
Yeah, and he
then, like,
fucking
he,
treats
like,
her-
never really gives... Like, there's never really any,
There's
like,
a giving
attention.
tray figure thing out of that where
Yeah.
she gives and he does it. Plus, she is way too tiny for his massive cock.
She doesn't think about that.
I know, it's her fault.
Was she like his slave or just like his helper?
Chris.
Why would she be a slave, Chris?
It seems like she just did whatever he wanted her to do, and she got nothing out of it.
And what is that?
she's very honoring.
What is that? The metaphor for, Chris? Womanhood itself, right?
Okay.
The way boys treat their moms, the way men treat their wives.
And by the way, she's very honoring, and she's always doing things he doesn't want her to do.
And let me tell you
Like a
something.
woman.
Yeah. Let me tell you something else, Chris.
Yes.
You were a terrible son for your mom.
I'm sure I was. She didn't need my shit.
And you were a terrible boyfriend for your girlfriend, your Costa Rica girlfriend.
I don't want to be that.
Oh, Chris, he wants everything, man. I'm constantly making him empanadas.
Not enough empanadas in here.
Chris.
There's too much empanada, dog.
More empanadas. You like your breakfast empanadas? 1 ton tomato. I ate this 1 ton tomato. Chris, you're so sad. You want me to do the cucaracha dance?
I mean, it makes me happy.
A cucaracha. Chris, I don't believe you got to wear a strap on. Why don't you try to do it with your own dick?
The alcohol.
My brother's a busboy. Maybe he can get us some food.
We can afford to buy food. We don't have to just get scraps from your busboy brother.
Grease.
Yes.
No dumpster diving tonight for us, dude. My brother's going to give us some food up out in the restaurant.
We can afford to buy it in the front of the restaurant.
Chris, I forgot my paint cans. I want to tag this thing. Chris, we going out tagging tonight?
Stop posting up and tagging everything. Your hands stink of paint all the time.
Chris.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong movie coming up in 15 minutes.
I know. We've watched them all already.
Yeah, let's get high for it.
I get it. All right.
I found this door. Maybe we can make it a roof.
It's not stable.
You ever see how they just put shit together? There's just parts of other houses to make their house.
It's very ramshackle.
Then you got to go to Costa Rica.
I think I'll end up in Costa Rica just for a vacation or whatever.
No, I think you're going to stay once you fucking get in with the cartel.
You can't leave.
They have cartels in Costa Rica.
You'll probably be down there and you'll get fucking contacted by the CIA that they want you to keep an eye on somebody. You're going to be their man.
You want me to do what now?
What's the big city in Costa Rica?
I believe it's San Juan, I think is their capital.
That's Puerto Rico.
I think it's the same.
Everything can't be called San Juan.
Everyone gets a San Juan.
San Jose.
That's California, you fucker.
Very close.
Do you know the way to San Jose? Bop, bop. Chris is going to take me there and we get high. It's going to be fun, though, Chris.
I think so.
You getting engaged on Thanksgiving?
No, we're
show?
not getting engaged.
Come on. That would really make the whole night special.
No engaged. The special is, it's going to be very special, Thanksgiving, but there will be no engagement.
But I want it to be special for her.
It's going to be a wonderful evening. But there will be no
Why?
or engagements.
Are you just saying
Or
that so
rings.
it's more of a surprise?
No, I'm not, Vito.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I'll be quiet then.
Don't listen to
think
Vito.
we all-
Don't stop winking at me,
I
Gail.
saw you
don't
looking
know.
at rings on Amazon.
Ring.
You're looking at
You
rings?
guys are trying to prime
You
a
really
ring
did?
to your
I
house?
know. I'm not fucking. Why would I go to Amazon.com for an engagement?
Something
ring?
called cubic zirconium.
Chris, come on. She doesn't deserve that. You got to
All
treat
right.
her right.
You know what? Even if I was looking for a ring
On Amazon?
on Amazon, I get her a fucking cubic zirconium. What's wrong with that? It's the same fucking thing. It sparkles.
It literally isn't. But
It's the same thing. Diamonds are useless unless you throw them on a drill or whatever. They have diamond tip drills. I'm not wrong on that.
Is that valuable?
No, dude. They're the hardest fucking substance on earth.
We're going to take a break here. Right back. Bennington. It's the Bennington Show. 844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. You know, it's the New York Comedy Fest. I'm going to be doing an hour this week. All kinds of great shows are going on. Our good buddy Jim Norton will be at Town Hall, which is very, very exciting. but there was a gallery show yesterday where this person had taken these pictures of a lot of New York comedians. Go to the top, please, Chris, and give us the list of names of people that were at the gallery opening. It was a very, very packed place.
Tracy Morgan, Jim Gaffigan, Lewis Black, Jim Norton, Keith Robinson, Marina Franklin, and 20 other comics.
So take it down. I'm just going to show you the first picture, Gail. There's Dan Soder.
Holy shit, that's an amazing photo of him.
No, there's Dan in front of some kind of... I guess he's supposed to be a guy who works...
I've never seen him look so masculine.
He's a very masculine-looking guy, but he has a feminine personality. But his voice is masculine.
Yeah, that's true.
His whole look is masculine. When you see pictures of Dan, you're like, oh, that guy probably fights people. But then the real Dan, not like that at all. But this was him in another life, obviously. Now, weirdly enough, I've talked to him about this. He worked at some kind of fishing camp in Alaska when he was younger, where he would, gut fish for a living and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool.
I know somebody who did something. That always seems like, you always want like at least one or two of those jobs in your past. You're like...
the shit jobs make you a more interesting adult. But he acted like it was just a total nightmare, and it was just meth head fucking people working there. But there he is. This would have been Dan, if Dan would have... And he's wearing gloves, but it's a tiny little dainty hand that he has, isn't it? That's the glove BL wore. All right, so go down to the next one. There's Marina Franklin.
I love that picture of Marina.
Yeah, she's great. And this is Bonnie McFarlane. As it looks like a hooker digging a grave. I don't
Holy
understand.
shit, I gotta get closer to this. That's Bonnie?
Yeah.
These are great. Holy shit. I love both of those.
Yeah, the Bonnie picture is really cool.
Now, keep going down. I think you can even click through. Yeah, go to the top. You can click through to see some of these pictures. But this was a big deal. I heard this funny story, too. Like, the comics weren't supposed to talk at the event, right? But Tracy went up and talked about it, and then he goes like this, let me bring up, and then each comic kept bringing up another comic. But I don't know the central theme to this, but I guess this is Gaffigan if he worked in a coal mine, and also as a weird bartender.
That's Lewis Black there on the left.
Lewis Black, I believe, is a priest. I'm not sure.
It's like an angel. Those are like wings.
This is Tracy wearing with his own car and his own suit.
That's Carmen Lynch.
No, I don't know what she's biting into there.
It looks like
chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah, okay. Jim Norton as if he was some strange guy inside a bathtub listening to music and scared. I don't know what that job is, to be honest. Ted Alexandro was a hippie. Again, not the... here's Artie Fuqua. That looks like it's at the Fat Black Pussycat. Veronica Mosley is, going crazy at a birthday party. But all this is up on the iBang if you like to take a look at it.
These photographs are awesome.
Then Naderman is fucking hilarious with his thing, too.
These photos are crazy good.
Now, this Marina, she's got a gun, and it looks like an asthma inhaler. I don't understand what she's doing.
It's like a Bond girl, almost.
Yeah, it is kind of a Bond girl. Adam Ferrara is there. Looks like he's playing pool against himself. These are great, though, right?
These are awesome.
These are so...
Look at
Oh,
Voss
my God.
as like a fighter. Look at...
That's awesome.
You never realize how many tats Voss has.
He is very tatted. Is that Jim Florentine?
Yeah, that's Florentine.
I did not even get that. So he's like a heavy metal baker? I didn't recognize Florentine.
Is he making it in a Eclair? It's delicious.
Dude, that picture of Voss is awesome.
Yeah, that might be my favorite because there's a sadness to it. He's doing something different in the mirror than in real life.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. So go see these pictures up on the iBang. So it looked like every one of them was like a little film almost. What they mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know art. I just know what I don't like. That's what I like to say.
This stinks.
Your work, your life's work is terrible. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Chris, what are we doing tomorrow? Are we playing an Unmasked tomorrow?
We're playing Unmasked with Eliza Schlesinger. That's at 2 p.m.
Nice.
Here on Raw Dog.
Now, you and I were talking about this out front today, Gail. Power couples. Do you think there's more or less power couples now than the other time? Because I'm going to give you my thing. I think the Clintons kind of blew it for everybody. I think if you would have had the two presidents,
I know,
they would have been the power couple of all time. But I no longer even look at them as a power couple.
Yeah, the weird thing is they were easily the power couple of politics.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it feels like they're not, who would you even say is a power couple of politics? Like, is there another power couple?
Is there even a power couple these days? I mean, I don't look as like you would think Kim and Kanye would be the power couple.
Right.
But they both kind of fallen into joke status.
And I feel like there's something strange with him because he doesn't want to be as involved with her.
He went nuts. They drove the poor man nuts. He thought he made up the Star Wars sand people and that everybody was going to be dressing that way.
I think that
Jen always gives me a look when I run down Kanye, but I can't help it. He's sillied himself up.
He sucks.
All right, Chris, you went too far. He
That
doesn't
is too
suck.
far.
as an
I don't
artist.
like Kanye.
You don't like one of his albums.
I like his first album, but everything afterwards is crazy
And how
noise.
can you hate someone? You can't hate someone if you like one whole album.
I agree.
If you like a whole album of someone, that's a piece of work
Right.
that someone spent a crazy amount of time on. That's not just like they had a funny thought and you went, he's not really funny, he said one funny thing. That's like a that's a whole life's work in one thing.
Plus, sometimes you do something like, say, Ray Liotta in Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
People are like, well, he hasn't made anything as good. So he made Goodfellas. He was in Goodfellas.
Right.
What fucking more do you want? Remember the night that Kramer went crazy dropping the N-bomb?
Yeah.
Those people were yelling at him that he's washed up. Washed up? He was in fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's like yelling at Ringo. What else have you done besides the Beatles? I did the Beatles, motherfucker.
They were like the Beatles of sitcoms.
No, they were the Beatles. They were the power couple. I don't know if we have a power couple today.
How about Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Okay, that's a power couple. That's for sure. If you've got to say entertainers, like
Yes.
just singers alone.
Yeah, I know. They don't get enough love. I'm sorry, Chris. The fucking obvious isn't enough. The fact that they've been doing it so long, they're almost Kennedys. It's almost boring to me now.
They are Kennedys.
Jen, give me a power couple that I don't know, or that's going to make me go, what the fuck?
That you don't know?
Or that I'm not, that doesn't easily pop to mind like that.
For me, it's like Michelle and Barack. That's like the...
They haven't worked in a year. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. She was only in the power couple because he did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't give first ladies... they haven't brought in their own heat.
But if she started to have her own political career, you would move her into that position.
Or anything other than telling kids to eat vegetables. You know what I mean? Or being a fashion icon. Because right now people are like, Melania Trump is so classy. You weren't saying that 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just because it's not so much that she's the light, she's standing next to the light. And I'm not just saying that because it's a male. That happens with a lot of men, too.
Yeah.
You know, you take a country music star, no one's going to fuck with her husband. Because he he suddenly has the heat that he could say, let's shut down somebody else's fucking career. You know, he might talk about him, as they say in the business, behind closed doors. By the business, I'm also talking about the industry. You look like you want to go to this, Chris, or?
I got another one.
Okay.
Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. I say they're a power couple.
Well, first of all, she does fucking commercials. And what does he do now?
He invests in tech companies. I think he has a show. He has a show on Netflix.
I don't know if I'm going to call them. I mean,
I don't think it's high enough.
I mean, they're certainly a celebrity couple.
They're a
but-
celebrity couple. That's different from being a power couple.
All
I'm
right.
going to agree.
I have one for you, and I think that this is one that is growing with time. But I feel like George and Amal Clooney are moving into power couple status because there's something entertainment, politics. There's like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're
His
getting.
last movie flopped. He says he's not making, he might be done with movies because he sold his thing. And would we know her at all? I mean, she, in her little world, right? Yeah, I guess she did some shit. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But
I mean,
it wasn't in the 212, and it wasn't in the fucking 405. I'm going to be hard on this power couple thing because I think it should be, you know, I think it's a big deal. I don't think that we should have 80 power couples.
Okay.
Like when people say who a celebrity is, most of the time that's boring to me. He's giant on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Sean, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie B. What about Tom Brady and Giselle?
I'm going to give them it because she made it on her own in the field of modeling, okay? She models for people. If you have a pair of pants, she'll put those pants on and other people want to buy it. He is the most successful football player today. Most people are now putting him as the greatest of all time or GOAT. Here's the interesting thing. So he's got that. He's got his commercials. She still makes more money. He actually takes less money and lets that money go to other players because he doesn't need money. Because Giselle can put on a dress, a pair of Uggs, and people will want to buy it.
I had no
So they're a
idea
real power
that
couple.
she's still like has more money than him. That's
No, she's
crazy.
making like $50-60 million a year.
Holy shit! I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Well, she also works behind the scenes. Like she gets
Yeah.
other people to put on pants. It's
All right.
very, very exciting.
I have another one since my George and Amal were rejected,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this is cheating, but would you call Prince William and Kate Middleton a power couple?
I'm going to easily say no because I give the Royals 0. It's like being a Rockefeller. I don't give a fuck. If somebody's born with like rich and like, oh, I'm rich and I look down, I'm like, good for you. You're rich. I'm not taking your money away.
But what about
But you-
Kate's a Cinderella story situation?
Yes, exactly. She got picked. Now, if he would have picked somebody else, that person would be famous. So you don't get the gift of power couple. Okay. Power couples have to be earned in this business. Robert in Dallas.
Yeah, I got Justin Verlander and Kate Upton.
Very, very exciting. He, a major athlete. She, the it girl of their time. When they both got married, I think they come into this as equals. Am I wrong about that?
No, they're both at the top of their game.
Well, she, little past, you know what I mean?
Oh, there's definitely not as much hype around.
I mean, let's say 3 years ago,
yeah,
she was the most talked about person out there. I am going to put them in a temporary power couple thing. I don't expect it to last. I don't expect their marriage to last, and I certainly don't expect their power to last. But today, enjoy yourselves. You've earned it. Unlike Kate Middleton, who sucked her way.
That's her husband.
And fucked.
I don't think so.
Just suck.
Unless she had a strap on. It suddenly got hot in here.
It is a little
feedback.
Here.
Is this a movie?
Let me see if I don't know what is going on.
I went from cold a minute ago to hot now. Oh, you know what? I have that typhoid fever, though. That's going to bother me.
That's catching.
Yeah. I sleep with a mosquito. That's a mistake.
Should you be at work?
Oh, yeah. I've never missed a day of work. Never. Well, you missed last Thanksgiving, and Mom had made all that food. She made 17 pumpkin pies, and you boys didn't touch it because you were drunk. Now, here, give this to her and say it's from you. It's her birthstone. Cody, what's up?
I got a power couple for you to consider.
Yeah.
Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen.
Well, Ted Danson is with Larry David's ex-wife now.
True.
I know that because I watched a documentary called Curb. There's certainly a celebrity couple. They would be invited to any party thrown on the planet Earth.
Yeah. Like if you're throwing around any party anywhere, you're throwing around a guest list and someone brings that, you're going, well, yes, obviously.
First of all, I would go, can you get them to come? I would be very excited. Ted Danson, the great work that he's done with the oceans. He's fixed the oceans.
I was actually quite starstruck when he came in here.
Charming man. I've been rewatching Bored to Death. I forget what it's on, Hulu or one of those fucking channels. He should have gotten 75 Oscars for that. He's
he was so good.
Unbelievable.
That character was just like so spot on.
Who's he supposed to be? Graydon Carter? Yeah.
Graydon Carter, yeah.
I'm going to give them power couple just for no reason. I decided I'm going the opposite direction. I'm giving everyone power couple.
Another one, though.
Well, hold on. Kate Middleton is in. Let them know.
Yay!
I was too aggressive. And you know what? What I did was sexual blackmail with them.
How about Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher? They got a power couple status?
Where's the power, dude? You just admitted that he doesn't have an acting career anymore.
He's mostly investing.
Any rich person invests. He doesn't have a hit investment.
Did you guys?
He's not an angel investor in that way.
Did you guys hear that Mila Kunis has sparked this Jim Beam boycott because she is a spokesperson and is doing business with Jim Beam?
Yeah, I saw her commercials. She's just walking around these barrels of whiskey.
And then she also went on a late night show, I can't remember which, and she said that she donates to Planned Parenthood every month. So now people are saying, boycott Jim Beam. We're done with Jim Beam because someone that is your spokesperson also happens to donate to Planned Parenthood.
She doesn't donate in her own name. She donates under Pence's name, which is what offends them. Yeah, I hate when people do it to the right or the left, where they're like, we're going to attack where your money comes from. It's so stupid. But Kevin in South Carolina wants to jump into this. Kevin.
Wow. Like Jim Beam hasn't made some unexpected parents.
Yeah,
exactly. That in a way is like, that's an abortion. If you're stopping people from drinking whiskey.
By the way, nothing would stop me from drinking my favorite whiskey. You know what I mean? Nope. Like, I'm like, they could come out and say, well, we're pro ISIS. I'd be like, that's fucked up. Give me another shot.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, you'll forget about it in the morning.
Yeah.
But my question was to be a power couple, do you not have to have some kind of influence on people's lives other than what music they listen to or what television shows they watch? Like the Obamas or the Clintons or somebody like that.
Well, here's the thing. I would make the thing that Jay-Z and his lovely wife, Bey, do influence so many places, so much that the Obamas would call them and say, please come to this.
I think
so. We're gonna all agree that those two are what we're talking about when it's power couple.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They get people to vote or buy sneakers.
Definitely. And at one time, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were a power couple because not only were they highly entertainment, but also through charity and political stuff, they had a lot of pull.
By the way, I hate using the charity as a hammer.
Well, I was going to say, does buying a bunch of kids from Africa make you a power couple?
I think it does.
It does,
I
it
think
truly
because other
does.
people started doing that.
Yeah.
When they did it. After that, people were like, "I'll buy a couple Africans or
Yeah.
Cambodian."
They were like, I want my house to look like it's a small world.
All right, good point, Kevin. Though you got to have some heat, and that takes us back to Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
All right.
There's not the heat there that we're looking at.
All right, I got another one. Screw those two. What about Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner?
I feel like the Kush is already in mock status.
The thing is, he doesn't even seem like maybe if this was a year ago, I would have agreed. But he doesn't even have power with his own dad-in-law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's falling out of
Like he is really,
yeah.
And you find out that he's a pretty bad businessman. She certainly seems like she is. She's got heat in her life.
I mean, kind of the power couple is Donald Trump and Ivanka, weirdly enough. Like, even though they're not, you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of the male and female power couple.
We're the two people that shouldn't be making fun of them, though. Pat in Idaho.
Yeah, I was just going to say Bill and Melinda Gates. By the way, I love you guys, and
Thanks.
yeah, subscribe just so I can listen to you guys.
Well, it's very nice of you to say. They certainly are a power couple because of money. They've got billions and billions of dollars.
But do you think they have like influence?
Well, that money gives them influence, right?
Right.
So they got the other billionaires also to dedicate to Africa, and I don't know, they buy nets or something like that. So people, but has that thing paid off yet? I mean, if you go over to Africa and you say to people, Bill and Melinda Gates, they might be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. They sent me a check one time," but I don't. I'm going to probably have to give it to them based on the $50 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I see what you mean. Because there's something missing there that's like a cultural influence, not just money or
Right.
power influence, but like there has to also be this thing like, oh, what are they doing? You know what I mean? Like that is an element to it, the way like Jay-Z and Beyonce have like.
Because Donald Trump is a billionaire, but also has an enormous cultural influence.
Exactly, yes.
Down to the fact that no matter what happens, still, let's say it's only a third of the country sticks with him 100%. Wait, the third would be a sixth, maybe. I don't know. But the Republican Party, that part of the Republic, and he's definitely reshaping the Republican Party, whether you like it or not. He is probably the biggest cultural political change since Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
And maybe by the end of it, he'll be bigger than Ronald Reagan. His wife doesn't want to be there, though. And I feel for her.
Yeah,
You
she's
know?
not into it.
I understand she's a lovely person. Lovely person.
Great dresser.
Well, again, you'd be able to dress great for that kind of money. I like somebody who dresses no matter what they look like, and they look great in it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now, if I said to somebody, come in and make Chris 15 fucking suits, everybody like, Chris looks great. What did he do? What did he fucking do?
I got measured. Actually, they could be off the rack. I'm fine with that.
No, we're measuring you.
You're going to be full
You are not going off the rack. Bob in Yonkers. Bob.
Ronnie B, how are you, brother?
Hey, man.
How about A-Rod and J-Lo?
They're both famous, but who's going to do anything either one of them have brought up?
It's probably be the opposite for A-Rod.
Yeah.
A-Rod does this, fuck that. It's a weirdo.
And, I mean, J-Lo has been in 8 power couples up to now.
Yeah, I feel like you can't keep changing one of your partners in power.
What was her Puerto Rican husband's name?
Mark Anthony.
They were like the most famous Puerto Ricans. That makes you kind of like a great thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that they couldn't stay together after how much love they expressed to us.
I know.
Now, I might say J-Lo and her ass together are a power couple.
Definitely.
Each cheek. is a member of the power couple.
Power couple. This fucking whole thing is crazy. Sharon, Texas.
Hi.
Hey, honey.
What about James Carville and Mary Maxwell?
Let's see if this is 1993. Nope, it's not. I don't even see either one of them getting on TV anymore.
No, I never see Carville ever. I don't know about the wife though.
I don't see her either. That's when I realized, oh man, this whole thing is just a gimmick. I mean, they're mortal enemies.
Yeah.
And they get married and they look like they're having a blast. I'm going to tell you something weird though about James Carville, right? Because you know how people always give him the looks like a snake head or looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
Or who let the lizard in here? So I'm down in DC at the Palm. And we're having a media lunch, me and some media people. And James Carville comes in and everybody was like, oh, hey. I'm like, why does he look like a good-looking dude? He had a lot of fucking charisma. People were coming up to him. Women were like, and I'm like,
really? That's interesting.
And I was very surprised. And I don't have a picture to prove it.
Yeah.
But in real life, people were drawn to him, and he looked really fucking good.
Well, see that I think that can happen when you're in person with somebody and someone is just charismatic, like the undeniably charismatic. It can actually make, just like, you know how somebody can have like a really ugly, shitty personality, and then you start to look at them and you actually like, oh, that's an ugly person.
Yeah, it's Chris.
But like it might not be true on a physical level.
Right.
You might have saw a picture of that person and not ever met that person and go, oh, that's a very attractive person.
I'm going to give you a power couple. Boss and Bonnie.
I agree. They are a comedy power couple.
What about Tom Segura, Christina P? Comedy power couple.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
I'll say Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally.
The fact that you can't say her last name properly is a problem. Yeah, they definitely are a sitcom power couple. People love them.
They do love them. And
love
like
them.
See, I didn't bring it up because I don't. Now, maybe this isn't a power couple.
Say it.
But what is it?
Say
it. Kristen Bell and Dax
Shepard.
Like, people are so obsessed with everything they do.
They're definitely a lovely,
But people
celebrity
are like,
couple.
They're just like, oh my God, look at what they're saying now.
There's
they're
a
just
sloth. Oh my God, there's a sloth. I hate them both.
That was years ago.
I fucking adore that Kristen Bell. I think she's so fucking.
She, I think, is like in that America's Sweetheart status right now. Where,
And she plays a lot of bad girl roles, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she turns around, she's a Disney singer, which is, you got to be one of the great singers on the planet to sing in a Disney cartoon. Look, the fucking snowman, a big white happy snowman. I think I'll blow this snowman and make him come on my face. I got some snow jizz and it's running down my chin. Come on, kids.
No, I like her.
Huh?
No, I like her. I didn't hear that song before.
Why did you hate her?
I don't like them together. I like Dax on his own, but I was never like a Veronica Mars person. I think that's what she gets most of her love from.
What was that other show that she did though, man? Where it was like a fucking California. They were all bad people and they were like consultants and they were running around.
Here comes TV Boy.
House of Lies.
Now, did you watch House of Lies?
I did not.
I watched every single episode, and I'm going to tell you the truth. She's sexy as fuck. Bucket up a snowman. I think I'll rim a snowman. I hope I make the snowman come and jizz on me. Kids, you can fuck a snowman. Go ahead, kids. Blow the snowman. I don't know why I'm singing like that. I apologize, everybody. It's, you know what? We got the big Thanksgiving show coming up, and
That's
sometimes we get a
probably
little crazy reckless before that.
Loopy.
Dax, when he did Punk'd, I thought he was the funniest. I'd never seen him before Punk'd. And I thought he was like the funniest fuck I ever saw. When he acted like he was Jessica Simpson's cousin, and they were going to live the trailer in the fucking driveway. That was fucking funny as shit. But yeah, people do like them, don't they?
They do. They really love them. They like do commercials together now. They're
They like, oh, look at all of our pictures. They're probably big on Instagram. I'm going to bet that without even knowing.
Yeah, they seem like they would have a strong social media presence. Because then they have like a kid too, right? They'll like have a family. I remember her being pregnant, so.
I think that was from a snowman.
It's a potent snowman. Yeah, they're all over Instagram.
Adrian says to us, my favorite celebrity couple might not be a power couple. Chris Hardwick and Lydia Hearst. I geek out to them, pun intended. What happened to his show? He had a show where they wrote jokes for comedians.
At midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no longer on Comedy Central.
My problem with that show is you take the funniest people in the world and then you have these staged jokes. Look, we're doing the radio newlywed game, right?
Mhm.
It could bomb, but we're not giving them jokes.
No, it is not pre-written. You know what we did? We have funny people.
But
and
can
we're
you
just
imagine
taking a chance?
You bring in Anthony, Artie, Norton, Voss, Bonnie, Sam, and then go, oh, we'll write your jokes for you. You know, that reminds me, I'm going to write some jokes for Sam. I'll give him my snowman bit that seems like it's doing so well in the room.
I hope that he does that. Just everyone just being very confused. Why is he saying this? Ron, you said this would work.
I thought it would. James in Virginia.
Yes, forgive me if this one's already been said, but Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone.
No, that's never going to be said before you or after you. But Melissa McCarthy, giant star.
Right.
Ben is a producer of Melissa McCarthy films.
Right.
Director Shausa, long time, buddy. What's up?
Hey, it's been a while. How you doing, buddy?
Cool.
So, first of all, can I get I Want to Blow a Snowman on iTunes yet?
Please don't. Yeah, I don't know whether we can. That's the thing. I don't want it heard outside of this place, this time and place.
Well, I think the line comes down with like the Gates and the Royals. The differences between a power couple, two entities coming together, versus a powerful couple, which it could just be anyone here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right about that. I think in power couple, we want to know that they can separate and still be just as good.
Yeah, I've had a couple in my mind that I thought to suggest, but then I thought, oh, one of the people in that couple greatly outweighs the other person, and if they were to split tomorrow, I know that the secondary person would just not be important. Like I thought Ellen and Portia de Rossi, just like
one of them is powerful.
Yes, and then certainly they're both like, oh, anytime they're together, people want to take pictures of them. But I feel like if Portia de Rossi was no longer with Ellen, I don't think she'd be having people follow her around like crazy.
Oh, I thought that Ellen would be done. You think Ellen's the one with the heat? Okay. All right, you got one
See you
for
guys
us?
at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, see you there, buddy. I'm glad you're coming out,
See
man.
you there. Looking forward to it.
Peace. It's going to be weird at Thanksgiving because normally it's always been like an intimate, almost VIP event.
Yes.
This is the first time that we've said, should we take this, make it much bigger, less personal, but more exciting? It's a gamble, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. It's an Oscar gamble. The great Philly player from the 70s. But here's the other side of it. This could be a shit bomb that blows up in our face. I shouldn't be saying this out loud. You know, I hate to bring up Woodstock, but there was a lot of great and a lot of tragic to it. A lot of bad.
Like what kind of bad stuff?
What rained on all those people? They didn't have enough food. The thing lost money. There was so many there was bad asset that went around. Everybody went sideways on it. But it's not forgotten. And we're coming up on 50 fucking years, which I hope America stops and thinks about that we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time I got to Woodstock. Jen's going, what song is this? And what is the noise people make? Why don't they just rhyme? I say no rhyme, no reason to any of it, you know? That's what I say about hibbity hop, as I call it. Hip hop, hibbity doo! The power couple thing has not paid off for us. It's according to us, and maybe just me, there are no power couples.
You are a strict judge when it comes to.
Well, I want it to mean something. I don't want it to become, and no offense here, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, this isn't a fucking public pool. All right, this isn't all are included. This is just for the very, very powerful. And couples only. I noticed that we didn't bring up one gay couple hasn't made it yet.
I know. I tried to bring up Ellen, but it didn't work out. I mean,
when I say gay, I mean men.
Oh, okay. What about Neil Patrick Harris and the other one?
Everyone's mad at Neil Patrick Harris for, I know they were doing some charity thing. It was in like a church basement, and he was making fun of Jesus.
Everyone's mad at everybody all the time.
Yeah, it is true. I know I am. I'm mad at anybody who tweets. I just tweet back at them. You're such a fuck. Way to go, fuck. I was just looking at people who, when like Patton Oswalt put out his thing, of people that wrote to, he got married again, and people who wrote to him that he got married too soon. And then other people says he needs a mother for that child. And I'm like, how do any of these people think that they should have an opinion?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like something you should be talking about on a public forum. Even if you have just like your own shitty opinion, everybody can think like, what's my thought on it? But then just be like tweeting him with your thoughts on his marriage is very strange.
What I do when I'm mad at somebody, I'll say to another person, I'll call you later and tell you what I think about this. It'll just be between the two of us. I'm not going to let them in on it. It's like if I'm gossiping about Chris, right? To Vito, I'm not going to go, Vito, let's get Chris on the other line so he can hear the mean shit that I'm saying to you about him. It should be said behind his back.
That's what gentlemen do.
Thank you. I like to call people a whore when they have no idea of it. And that way, when it gets back to them, I say, I never called you a whore. Matter of fact, I'm glad to have you as a friend. I value our friendship. Who you fuck and or suck is your business. I don't care if someone's fingering you right now. I think of you as a great person. I don't care whose digits have been diddying you. I don't care who fiddles about. That's your concerns. My concern is just that you get the work done. I'm all business here at Bennington Incorporated. We're making widgets one after another. The fact that there's cum stains all over your blouse and your bra's on backwards, that's none of my business. Sex is what sex is. Looks like someone just blew a snowman. There's a story up on the iBang today, black and white. Louis C.K. canceled his big premiere party at the Paris Theater because the New York Times is going to run a story and no one knows what that story is going to be.
And like when it's going to be released, it's just like
apparently it's coming soon. But
is that how that goes? Like you have to be alerted when somebody's writing something about you?
The easy answer is no. A lot of people let's suppose if Chris said, well, I understand that Vito's out there and he's jerking off dogs. I can run that story as is. According to Chris Stanley, he's jerking off dogs. Or I could call Vito to get his response, to have him go, I don't know what Chris is talking about. I jerked off a cat, but never a dog. That's fucking idiotic. So either way, but I have to just say that Chris said this. That doesn't mean it's the absolute truth.
Right.
This has nothing to do with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm passing on Chris's lies.
They're not lies. He jacks off dogs.
The way he said that, it kind of made me feel like he does.
Into his mouth.
Okay.
That's 10 times.
That's so disgusting.
I don't know if you can run that in your publication, but you should.
There's no jerking off dogs on this.
I didn't even bother getting you. Well, I feel like you bring nothing to the story. I don't want to slow the story down.
I'm the alleged dog jerk offer.
Thank you. I will quote that.
You're the dog
Pull that, please.
Chris.
That's an alleged.
I will. When we contacted Vito, he did not deny. He just said that he was the alleged. Vito, can I ask you, is your mom dodging Chris right now? Is that what this is about?
100%.
No, my mom will
dodging
come
me.
in anytime, any fucking place.
Do you know his next
At the studio. This is where we always do the show.
Yeah, I'm not doing this on the road. All right, I'll get a hold of a studio in Columbus, Ohio, and we'll meet there in 6 hours. Luckily, I have my own private plane privately taking me there. And when I invite people to fly with me, and I go like this, excuse me, this is a private plane. I invited you to Columbus, Ohio. I didn't say you could fly in a private plane. It's packed in there. Plus, I like to spread my shit out. You know Chris's next name, right? It's Chris Clemenza Stanley.
You like that shit? Let Leslie know.
What's your actual middle name?
William.
Would you be willing to? You have the 3 whitest first names in history.
I know. Christopher William Stanley.
Oh my God. It's so white.
And I'm
It
a
really
Jew.
is.
And I'm a Jew. This is crazy.
I don't think you are.
20% Ashkenazi.
Vito, what does he have to figure out so we could find out?
He needs the date his parents were married.
You don't know that?
You don't know their
Anniversary?
anniversary?
I think it's in October. I have to.
I think it's in October. It's not fucking.
They didn't do much celebrating of their anniversary, so it wasn't that type of household.
And I just need as many relatives as he can think of.
0.
Amy and John. There you go.
Like grandparents and stuff like that. And then this guy, because the guy was telling me it's harder when his name is something like Chris Stanley.
Believe me, we know it.
Why is that guy judging me?
Because you got a fucking just a name that anybody would have.
It's an
Random.
I have an alias.
Your name should be fucking Ricky Random.
It's like the most white bread name, isn't it? Christopher William Stanley.
Yeah.
Sound like a
Those are 3 different dudes.
Christopher Stanley sits in the garbage and eats an old pie that he found today. His hair is nice, but the rest of his body. There's lumps in places where people don't want to see them. He's coughing again. You can't laugh without coughing.
I
dude.
gotta quit smoking again because this fucking wheezing is fucking
Either that
me
or
up.
smoke through it.
I'm trying to smoke through
All
it.
right, easy, man.
That
Don't
was
fucking
so
take it
loud.
away.
That was
Dude.
so loud.
Dude,
We're
I'm your
here,
fucking
man.
friend.
I
man.
know.
Okay?
I know.
When you scream at me, it's like you're screaming at yourself.
Okay. I don't want to do that. It is hot as balls in this room.
I got cold again.
I'm actually comfortable for once in here. I'm normally freezing, but I'm actually comfy.
A couple of times you've had that shawl over your head, and it works for you. And it doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah, I do enjoy. Like this look is like I always feel it's a good look when you do like over the eyes.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You make a very good Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not the only thing that makes you a good Muslim. Chris, stop trying to James Dean up your hair.
It's not working. You're never gonna get back what you had yesterday.
No, that was fucking
Sex appeal, that
unbelievable.
raw sex
I
appeal.
don't know how it happens.
We have a guest booked at 2, correct? One of the funniest people on the planet.
Actually, no, they had to cancel.
There was 2 of them?
No, the single guest had to cancel.
But why would you call a she a they? You're
had
not
to-
sure? This is a guest that I wanted for how long?
A long time. Long time.
And why did she cancel?
I don't want to say on the air, but
Shit herself?
don't believe there was any feces involved.
Then you should be fine to say. There's an illness in her family. I'm going to guess that, right?
That is.
Well, why be afraid to say that? We all have families, except for you.
Yeah, there's none. Thethe's nobody. And then
Christopher William.
I got this genealogist up my ass trying to find out every goddamn detail about my parents.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I don't know, October.
You tell me, dude. It's your job.
Dude, you give him the fucking lamest name ever. You don't even know when your parents were fucking born. And now you got all this fucking settlement money.
I can't talk about the settlement money.
But you have it, right?
Is there a hold up on it, though?
I can't talk about it.
Can you just say if there's a hold up or not? Just write.
Did you get a check even for a penny?
Just write. Just
it down.
hold up.
Because I don't
hold up or
understand
not
what it
hold
is.
up.
I can't.
Just write down. Tell me what the problem is, and I won't say.
Okay, please don't say. Please.
Yes, you've got my word as a fucking gentleman.
All right.
And a knight of the royal fucking knight people.
I'll have the genealogist look into this as well.
But why?
It's too long. I don't want. It's too long to go into.
I got nothing but time, dude. I got an hour to kill.
Can't talk about it on the air, and I shan't.
We're off the air now.
What if your mic is off and you're just telling us?
Your mics will be on, and it'll get picked up.
Yeah, but not really. Who's going to be listening that closely?
Picked up by who? The AP? No one gives a fuck about you. You could be a school shooter, and people still wouldn't put your name in the paper. There are people who believe that Leslie is the one that got him in last night when they stopped him, because he calls his mom for everything, and that he needs his mom to come in and fight his battles against Chris.
Yeah, but you know what? She's going to lose just like her bum son did. That's what's going to happen. I mean, there's no chance she beats me at Godfather trivia. No fucking chance.
You know the Godfather theme, right?
Uh-huh.
You know the lyrics.
I didn't know there were lyrics.
He is our Godfather. He is the big Bambino. He has 3 sons. They all are here. One's name is Al Pacino.
I never knew there were lyrics. This is awesome. This would be good for the trivia contest.
I saw Al Pacino in this documentary, the Julian Snobble documentary, which there's 2 documentaries I bring up all the time. Julian Snobble, Joan Didion. You guys won't watch either of them.
I know. I really, really want to watch Joan Didion. I want to watch both of them.
Did you ever get around to watching Blowout like I begged you to?
No, I am going to watch it.
I'm going to take this mic and break it right now.
Please don't. Please.
Anyway, Al Pacino is on there. He's Julian Snobble's friend. He's not doing the hey ho. He sounds more like old Al Pacino. He's like, I come down here to see him, and he just keeps me walking around his house and showing me paintings that he made like it matters to me. I'm like, I'm not at a gallery. I'm here. Let's go out for a walk or a cup of coffee. But later I'm like, hey, I am enjoying this, and my mood changes.
What happened to like Hua, Al Pacino?
Yeah, this painting looks like it's a great big ass. Yeah. That reminds me of the greatest Al Pacino impersonator of all time, Jay Morris. Why isn't Jay in my life anymore? When's he going to come back to New York? What do you got to do to get him in the Apple? In the city he loves and the city that loves him.
I have to work it out with Mr. J. Moore. I have to get in touch with him.
I don't know whether you guys follow Periscope. I only follow one person, L.J. Moore. Every day, just about, he's on Periscope. Had a new poem that
Really?
he's worked on.
I did not know he was a poet.
And it's not one of these quick things. It sounds like he's worked on it since last night. It stays in his head. It just seems like it's something he's going through right now. You know what I mean? Do, 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 do. We got anything else we got to plug for this week, Chris?
Well, just that the Eliza Schlesinger Unmasked is going to air tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Michelle, Colorado. Michelle.
Bennington's, it's an honor, always an honor.
Honor for us.
I thought this was a great answer, but now I think it's kind of lame. But it's all I got, so I'm going to throw it out there. Carrie Underwood and Mike Fisher.
He's a hockey player. She is, I would call her the queen of country right now. They each have their own thing. here's my problem with them. Do they even come together enough? You know what I mean? Like, is that enough of a blend between the two of them?
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't even aware that she was married to a sports.
Well, here's the thing. Hockey is not.
Yeah.
It's not front page news even in the sports section.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest problem. But they seem like they're very happy together.
And I would also say both of them probably top celebrity or like big celebrities within their world and what they do.
Nobody's bigger than Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
In the mainstream country world. She's had, I'm not even making this up, 162 number one hits.
What?
You have a lot of number one hits when you're a country star. They're all in the 40s.
Top 5 earner, so her net worth is like really big.
Yeah, and that kid's a worker.
Yeah.
I mean, she never slows it down. You also never hear any bad stories about her, like she shot a dog or anything.
Mm-mm.
She's a pro.
Never heard that.
Yeah. And I remember when I saw her on that show, I'm like, this kid, watch her. She's going to get it done. I said that, I turned around and I said it to the person sitting, and we were in an airport.
Yeah.
Do you know who I was sitting next to?
Who?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh my God.
What?
And you told him about Carrie Underwood.
Yes, I did. But later, I found out that I was hallucinating because I eaten a bunch of acid before I got on the plane. Now, here's the other fucking funny part of this.
Oh, funny.
I wasn't even at the airport, and I didn't get on a plane. I'd just been in my backyard, and I was straddled across a trash can going, wee! So
good acid.
That's why Nicholson probably won't fucking back me up for this again. Thank you so much for calling, Michelle.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye bye. I just want to say something to you, the listener. We value your calls and we value what you bring to the show. All right, it's very hard working with Chris Stanley and Vito. Jen and Gail, delightful. These two sons of mine do not feel a responsibility to the family.
Me and Jen are daughters for life, is what you're saying.
Yeah. For life! We're the wolf pack.
Two. Sweet!
And these two are the fucking Steiner brothers. And that's why Chris has always tried to put somebody in a Steiner recliner. And the steroids are making you nuts, dude. Your anger is through the roof.
He gets to be Scott?
He is Scott.
Yeah, damn it.
The
You're
genetic
dull,
freak.
You're dull fucking Steiner.
No,
the one who barks like a fucking dog.
Oh, yeah.
Dog.
I was like, what is his gimmick again? The other side.
He's still wearing the ear things from college. Do you know, I still don't believe that Fez has seen the Nature Boy thing.
Really? I'm shocked. I would have thought that would have been.
I'm incredibly shocked.
It's a big deal.
I know. And I would say he was number one fan status.
I guess no more.
Wow.
You see what the next 30 for 30 is going to be?
What is it?
It's going to be about Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick.
Who cares? There's been so much done on those guys. There's nothing left for me to know.
I still want to see it.
Of course you do. You know why?
Why?
You don't even follow fucking sports.
You don't even know there was a game tonight.
Fez is
Touché.
doing BL's show.
Wow.
And is in negotiations to possibly make that. She wants to call it the BL and Fez show.
That'd be great.
Let's see if it happens. There's no reason it shouldn't. They're great together.
They really are. So funny together.
But I just hate that this pushes out Julie Williams. But what are you going to do? You know what I mean? It's a fucking long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Do, do, do. Hey, let's break. We'll come back with our guests today, Chris. Who do we have?
There's no guests today.
Then I want you to put on a wig.
Okay.
Come in here and play the part of the guest. And be as funny as her. She's one of my favorite comedians
Me
to
too.
watch. And I wish her all the best with her family problems. It's tough to have aging parents. And I don't have to tell you, Gail, every year I get slower and slower. and I'm talking mentally. What can I do? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Actic said that many, many years ago. Actic, one of the great Australian bands. Connor wants to do Australian music as our next GPS.
I know, I'm very interested, but he knows so much more about it than I do, so...
There's a lot of great bands in there, and Chris goes like this, what about Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah.
And I go, what? And he goes like this, stud. I got cheated multiplying. Right back, Bennington.
So, have you guys seen the video of the two most Canadians ever?
I saw the headline. I did not see the video.
It's up on the iBang, and this is two dudes riding down the road when they see a car driving down the highway. And it's like their accents are so incredible. Because just yesterday we were talking about the kind of like underappreciated great Canadian accent. Remember Lisa Traeger was saying?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It is actually a pretty solid.
People make fun of it, but it's a very friendly, kind of cool accent.
So they're driving down the road.
Trying to loosen their load? How many women did they have on their mind?
And they see this car driving down who's, I guess he lost a tire. I don't really even know. I mean, it is pretty shocking. I don't know what's going on with this situation, why this car is still rolling down the highway. But take a listen to.
Oh my God! Tires! Oh my God! Roll your window down. Are you fucking serious?
That is not even turning, man. It's just staying, they're just dragging it.
Look at this fucking guy! What is he doing? Look at the fucking guy, man! Are you fucking serious?
That guy's hauling ass,
I
man.
know. The best thing is, I had no idea you could get that many syllables in oh my God. He's like, God! Oh my God!
I used to always make fun of, I'd be listening to O&A, and the Minnesota caller would be like, O&A, O&A,
O&A.
Oh, good show, O&A. It's Bennington Show Thursday. Unmasked tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun with Eliza Schlesinger.
So there's also this story. Do you guys know about retail apocalypse?
Well, I saw a story the other day that said that Black Friday isn't just Friday anymore. That they do those things for a long time. They're just
And they don't have like the one day where it's like a blowout
they're
sale.
like, well, look, Black Friday works. Why won't we start it, weeks out?
Right.
Which I didn't even know about.
Because I remember they said last year was like one of the worst turnout. Was it last year or the year before they were saying the worst turnout of Black Friday ever?
Because people are doing the
online shopping,
online Monday or whatever it is.
So this is retail apocalypse is what they're saying is pretty much started in 2016 very strongly. And it's all of the physical stores that have been closing down over the last 2 years. And when they thought that it was bad in 2016, they're realizing it's getting even worse. And by 2018, it's like projected to be like crazy that so many physical stores are closing. And so they kind of pinned it down to two main things. Obviously Amazon and online shopping is a big part.
Uh-huh.
But they're saying
what about Amazon Prime? Does that help?
Yes,
or hurt?
even worse because it's 2 days.
It's odd.
But the other thing, the other aspect is that they are saying that young people as consumers are not as interested as generations before with physical things and items.
Fucking millennials.
That they actually prefer to spend their money on experiences like trips or restaurants or places to go or shows or things to do rather than like, I bought this thing. And I think it's probably like, you're not going to get a better product than your iPhone. And you're like, oh yeah, I spent money on my iPhone or I have an
just think
iPad.
of nieces and nephews. what can you possibly buy them?
You cannot buy anything for children.
Cannot. It used to be, I'll get the kid a fucking Big Wheel or a Monopoly game. None of that happened. You can't go, here's an app that fucking blows to say to someone.
I went to visit my cousin's kids, and I showed up with like a bunch of stuff because they were like in town just for a little bit. And I showed up with coloring books, like markers, stickers, like all this stuff. And I got there and they were on iPads. And I was like, oh, right. And they're like, cool, thanks so much. And I was like,
you were like,
shit.
I would have like an older person try to give me like a wooden truck or something when I was a little kid. And I was like, plastic is away from it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but yeah, so you've probably got your main products. You have an iPhone or an iPad
It's
or whatever.
everything.
That's everything you need. And the younger generation, young people in their 20s, let's say, who are spending money, don't want as many like knickknacks and little gadgets than the generation before them.
No, you're exactly right. But here's the weird thing, and I don't know if you've been to the suburbs lately, but now, like leading up to where the mall used to be, right? There'll be like a giant Toys R Us or a fucking
like more mega stores in
But a mega store is like the size of a Target used to be, but it's just selling pet food.
Right.
And then next to that is a giant thing that sells, and you're like, you're setting this thing all up to be empty soon, you know?
Yeah.
But these stores could serve as warehouses for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be less a need. And you're right. I did go to a pet store just very recently in the suburbs, and it was like a warehouse. It was like 3 stores.
It was gigantic.
And I was like, I don't need this much options. Like a what would normally have been a thing, a dog food aisle or a treat aisle was.
You know how we have the
sprawling.
M&M store here, right? It's
Yeah.
3 floors. I saw a fucking Snickers store and I'm like, this is not. And they're like, the M&M store is doing so well. We opened up a Snickers store, and I said, how's it doing? He goes, well, not as well as we wanted, but there's a Kit Kat store across the street. I mean, who doesn't want a fucking Kit Kat?
But like, Chris, how much physical shopping do you do?
I try to do as little as I do not like going into
I'm like Chris
stores.
Stanley.
I fucking hate going into a retail store.
But here's
I hate it too.
And I would agree, especially like in the city, it could be like exhausting, like, or if you work late and you're like, what am I trying to get to a store to buy something by the time when you could just sit here and go, oh shit, I need that. And you order it online. But are there specific items that you will not order online that you're like, you have to physically be there to purchase them?
My easy response would be no. I would rather. I walk past to get to work the most fabulous stores in the world. I don't even walk into them. You would think I wouldn't want to see what it's like inside Barney's.
Right.
I've walked past that place for 14 fucking years, but I've gone in there once.
Well, I'll give you 2 that I have that I absolutely cannot order online. Shoes, because I live in New York City. And so unless I put my foot in it, walk around in it, and I can guarantee that it's comfortable enough for
I'd
me
rather
to
have ill-fitting shoes than go in there and fucking wait for the shoes to come out.
and wait for the guy to put your foot in that little metal thing.
Does that even still exist?
I don't know. That was
remember
just like when I was a
little
kid.
And I was like this. I wish this was the shoe. And I don't want to hear that I got a wide fucking foot, pal.
That's what they said to me. The guy
I think
said
they say it to everyone. Chris, would they consider you have a wide foot?
Oh, I got a wide foot, all right.
Yeah.
I got a real wide
This
foot.
fucking could be called duck feet, this show. All right,
do you
so
have a wide
shoes.
Narrow for my size.
but wide to most.
He's got skis down there.
All right. So shoes is one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know if this is because I'm a woman. Maybe a man doesn't fluctuate in size as much. But a pant. I don't like to buy a pant online.
I'd rather buy a pant.
Oh, I love
I'll buy a dress. I'll buy a skirt. I can kind of guess what we're working with
But
here.
here's the thing: a man doesn't care if his fucking pants are a little baggier. I don't know one man who doesn't wear baggy fucking jeans.
I know.
I don't know one man who looks like he has an ass. If I'm gonna be totally honest.
There's one thing I thought of that I always buy in the store.
Oh, I'm gonna hear this. Dad shirts?
Not dad shirts. I buy those on the internet. I buy underwear in stores, but I like the cheap kind that is they're not like perfect. There's some
Why
underwear.
wouldn't you want your underwear to be fucking form
Wait,
fitting?
you like imperfect? Like
imperfect. It's like imperfection.
you
underwear.
can buy those on Amazon. They they have like you can buy cheap anything anywhere. Like you can buy the shirts
Probably
with like little
more.
holes in them and shit.
Yes, because sometimes there's no dick hole in the underwear. Like so there's just like odd things
But
wrong with the
why
underwear.
don't you want underwear that you feel like has a nice fit?
I just like it's underwear. It's like it's whatever.
No, it isn't.
But then
man.
why do you have to pick it up in person then?
I don't know, but I've always done it, like because I didn't think they sold the imperfect stuff online.
Yeah, they sell everything online.
Well, fuck the dollar store then. I'm buying on Amazon.
By the way, you can't be called a dollar store if you have stuff that costs more than $1.
It's bullshit.
Call it the fucking $8 store.
Yeah, between the $1 and $8 store. That's
have your girlfriend go in and tag a big 8 in front of the dollar. This could be our thing, Chris. Everybody knows this is our hood.
Stop repping the hood.
If you guys get fucking married, I'm gonna love it. She's got a neck tattoo, right?
No, she doesn't have any tattoos.
Yeah, it's a heart with a knife going through it. It's pretty
on
cool.
top of a spider web.
It's cool.
Does she have one of those lipstick tattoos I see people with?
Oh,
Motherfucker.
That's for whores, Chris.
You're gonna get you and your mother are going
Puta.
down. What?
Whoa.
Did you just fucking say puta, Vito? Because you're American. I know what that means.
Is that American?
Really didn't pronounce it right, but
Whatever. I'm not from Costa Rica.
Well, then don't date that way. Date American. Let's make America great again. There's a single woman out there that could do well with you. Hey, did you invite our friend Leslie to the party?
Yes.
Thanks. I always forget people. Now it's like last minute. I'm like, let's go over the VIP list. Chris is like, the list I've asked you, begged you to look out for 2 months and you wouldn't have any part of it? And you're like, yeah. Let's
one.
make it perfect now. Gina.
I heard him talk about Gina today.
Yeah, he's loving them now. He
He's
used
just
to
really
hate 'em.
enjoying. I was listening on 1010 Win, so I couldn't really see the context of it. But he's standing there speaking, and then he's just like, "I don't blame Gina," and then I just hear slowly, quiet
Slow build.
Chinese clapping, and then he goes, "Because I don't blame you for wanting to take advantage of another country." And I'm like, yay, they were already clapping. It takes them a while to get the interpreter to explain.
Why don't eight of you dress up like a dragon and run around here today for me?
Jaina.
Beautiful, beautiful golf course out. The beautiful piece of cake.
Oh, God. What was the beautiful piece? Oh, when he watched the bomb drop. I couldn't remember.
We're eating a beautiful piece of cake. Gorgeous. Maybe the best piece of cake ever done. Ever.
I don't trust his taste because I have heard that he does a well done steak. So then after that,
All he eats is well done steaks and McDonald's, they said.
And burgers, yeah. And if he goes to a non-McDonald's place.
He likes it to be a McDonald's burger, not a fucking regular burger. I was going to save this. I think I'm going to do it now instead. I hate to get into a food thing now, but I want everybody to feel sorry for me.
Okay.
New sushi place open right around the corner for me. Tiny. 2 fucking tables. But they take out. I'm like, oh, takeout? And it's close enough for me to walk over and bring it back and still have fresh sushi. Everybody's raving about it. The raves are on. The online raves are on. I'm like, this is fantastic. My life has changed for the better. I cannot enjoy sushi now if it's not fantastic.
Yeah.
Because of sushi seki. If I'm not eating a piece of sushi where I'm going, oh my God, that's unbelievable, I'm not happy. I can only eat high-end sushi. I used to love just regular trash sushi.
I have a good sushi place in my neighborhood. And now, since I have done sushi seki, every time I eat it, I'm just like kind of disappointed. But I'm aware that it's not bad sushi. It's not, but it's just not exceptional.
But I'm okay with an okay burger. I'm okay with an okay slice of pizza.
Yeah.
I don't act like I've had better pizza than us. I never go, oh, I've had a much better burger than this. But I do go, I've had much better sushi than this. I don't even know if I can eat this.
But there are certain foods that I think you have a standard for that you can't have an unexceptional. Like, for example, other than pizza, most Italian food, if it's not like really great, like, you know, when it's like a Italian food where you're like at the pizza place will make a pasta, you know, like pasta dishes. I can't do it. I can't, like, I couldn't do a chain restaurant where there's a pasta.
No, you couldn't go to Olive Garden or
Couldn't
something
do
like
it.
that because you're Italian. You got Italian in you. And your grandmothers were a great cook. Your mother's a great Italian cook. So, yes, I would agree with that. There are some places in New York where I'm like, hey, this is like old school Italian. This is great. Somebody told me about a place in the Village.
Yeah.
They're like, why don't you go there before, if you got an unmouse to do? I go, I don't know if I want a big plate of pasta before I go out. They even make old school lasagna, which you rarely see. It's actually rare now even to get like spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I'll give you something nicer than a meatball. You're like, sometimes I just want to fucking...
comfort food, like Italian American comfort food. Which, by the way, I could eat. It doesn't have to be highbrow Italian. It just has to be really good.
But I don't think... I might be down to the point where I can only eat expensive sushi, and that fucking drives me crazy.
Yeah, because now you're taking an element out of life that you're just like, oh, good, sushi's here. I can pop in and eat there.
Yes. And I do like the protein rush that you get from sushi. You're not, you know, fucking all bucked up on it like some of those foods.
And you never feel like that, you know, that like sleepy feeling that you can get if you eat too big of a meal.
No.
Even if you eat a lot of sushi, if you're like, oh man, I'm full, I have to stop. It doesn't, like, you don't feel like shit afterwards. You can recover very quickly from eating too much sushi.
So I can eat... I don't know why I can eat a mediocre slice of pizza, but I can't eat a mediocre Italian meal. That's a good fucking point. Sushi, I'm actually mad about this rather than happy about it. I'm starting to blame Sushi Seki. I don't even think I should ask Chris because he eats everything.
Yeah.
Now, the only place I've ever seen him say, my God, this is good, is Sushi Seki. And I've taken him out to nice steak places.
And he raved about that place.
He raved about it.
He said to me, like, holy shit, that place is phenomenal.
Yeah. Johnny's like, hey, what's your sushi place? He says this to me a couple weeks ago. So I tell him, he goes, thanks so much. But then I never heard back whether he enjoyed it or not.
I know.
And I got to say, like, I don't want anybody to thank me, but I do want somebody to go, hey, you were right. That fucking sushi was unbelievable. And I expect the same about a good movie. I tell people to say,
right.
I want to hear back later that you enjoyed it and I was right. Hey, did you find out about that recording star that you want to stop in, or the one that you brought up with Outlaw Country?
Yeah.
No, not happening. Why?
Not their Outlaw Country was not interested in.
Could we do our own interest?
Yeah, but I'll talk to you about it.
Something bad happened, huh?
No.
You have a problem with her?
No, but I'm going tonight to see her. She's in town now.
What happened there? They don't think she's good?
It was weird. There was not that much interest. And like, I even had a one-on-one meeting and he was like, yeah, I play, the title track from the new album, but
I'm not digging.
He's like, but I'm happy you dig it.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm looking to hear. Did we try on our own?
No, but I'll explain later why not.
This is really weird, huh? A lot of shit happens without me knowing about who did the cover up, Chris or Vito.
No, it is not. It's neither of them are to be.
By the way, it was so funny with Lisa Traeger yesterday that was disappointed that the show was ending earlier. And then she yells at Chris, I thought this went till 3.
Lisa, I'm sorry. And she didn't seem too impressed with my hair.
No, she wasn't. You're right.
Yeah.
We thought that your hair looked... She actually said...
She went like...
And then later, she's like, he's such a fucking egomaniac about his hair.
She said that too.
Yeah, she called you a...
I said it to her. I was the one who said cocksucker too. And I said, he sucks right on a dick. I said on the end of it. And she's like, where else? I go, you could come down like it's a fucking ear of corn. You just put it off like that. Vito, you eat everything too, right? Except for salad?
You guys are 100% right about Italian food, and I think it's about the pasta sauce. I think sauce is like the base of every Italian meal, and sauce is so easy to fuck up. Like, all you have to do is do one ingredient too little or too much, and the sauce just tastes like you're eating ketchup.
It's a very good point. It's almost like baking, and I hate when somebody asks, like, I'm going to put extra spices, and you're like, no. It doesn't need that much.
It doesn't need that much.
But fucking thank it.
A bland sauce.
You're right.
Is
just as bad.
Death. Give me death
just
over
as
that. I just.
So Italian's the only thing that annoys you.
Steak too. I won't go to somewhere that's not a steakhouse.
Oh, I disagree, because any of the celebrity chef things are every bit as good as the steakhouses.
But I will say that I do understand if, let's say, you're just like a lowbrow place off the road, and they have entrees.
I was talking New York.
Yeah. Like, and they have entrees. You'll get a burger at that place, not a steak. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. But just because it's a steakhouse doesn't even mean it's good. There are too many steakhouses.
There's one in New York that I think is really overrated that everybody talks about.
Go ahead and say it.
Peter Luger. I think Peter Luger
You're overrated then. Now, Peter Luger is so famous that you expect a steak to be better. But a steak is a steak. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Bobby Flay's place up the street here, not a steakhouse. You'll get as good a steak as any place in New York. Why? He knows how to buy. He knows how to get the good stuff. He makes it nice.
He gets the good meat. He gets the good bread.
You know what I mean? You get a little bread next to your meat. You eat a little potato. You ever been to Quality Italian up the road?
No, I've never been there.
I hear people rave about it.
They rave about it. There's another Italian place. I just call it the Nose Place.
Oh yeah, I love that place.
I love that place too.
I haven't been there in so many
We haven't been
years.
anywhere outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trattoria de Art or something like that.
Yeah.
I just saw that on my way in today, and I only noticed it this morning because of the nose.
You'd never been there before?
I've never been there.
Okay, so you just noticed it today, and then we referenced it today. That's really
I haven't
weird.
been there. That was the first restaurant I ate in New York City, because NEW is right next door, and Jeremy Coleman took us over, and I'm like, it's fucking good. I'm like, this is fucking good. Second place I ate, Brooklyn Diner. Everything I ate was right around there.
Man, remember?
I haven't been to Brooklyn Diner in forever.
There was also a great Italian place we used to go in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, they shut it.
That place was phenomenal.
I hate when they shut down a place that you like. It was funny because a friend of mine, Ross Reback, came up to meet with me from Florida, right? And I'm like, well, let's eat at this Italian place. It's right around the corner. And we're in there, and all of a sudden he's like, holy shit. He's just ordering all this fucking food, going crazy. And I'm like, what did you meet about? It could be an opportunity. And he's just stuffing himself down. I'm like, oh, I forget. You're not going to be in Florida and eat at a place like this.
No.
But it was just a neighborhood joint. Wasn't even famous.
That's why, like, pizza was just like, my life was changed coming to New York. Like, you could, like, be a kid and be like, live somewhere else and be like, I like pizza. But, like, you don't know how good pizza can get.
So this was, I don't know, when did we work on 57th Street the last time? Because it was like 7 years ago?
About 7, yeah.
So we're at the art place, right? And, you know, they got the guys in the old white aprons. And that, you know what I mean? Like, they're, hey, fellas, how go we? What can we do for you, fellas? For some reason, they always get into that in these New York places. So the fucking waiter is driving me crazy. He's driving me nuts. And I'm like, do I know you from somewhere? He goes, I've been around. What do you want? I'm like, I feel like I know you. Are you in the business or something? I've done this and that. He doesn't, you know what I mean? Because he's waiting tables now.
Right.
Then it fucking dawns on me, Goodfellas, he was young Joe Pesci. Hi, Andre, nice to meet you. But he didn't want to fucking say. He's like, what are you, in the business?
Now you're both questioning each other.
I know. Now it's
Why
turning
don't you
into
tell
this
me
fucking
what you
thing.
do?
Your voice sounds familiar to me. For some reason I should know you, but I guess because he was waiting tables, he didn't want to fucking say what he was doing.
Right.
Look, pal, we all have good years and bad years. Don't fucking feel like you gotta put on the airs for me, okay? I'm not judging. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I fucked up my sushi palate. It's too good now. I hate that. It's like if you fucking get into good weed, you never want to go back to fucking Texas fucking red dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Mexican brick.
Some people complain about that with wine, that they used to enjoy cheap wine until they got into good wine, and then they're just like, oh, everything tastes like piss to them.
Yeah.
It can happen in the cigars.
That did happen to me with wine. And it's funny because when I was, the younger I was, I just thought I hated wine. But then you get older and then you go, oh, wine is good when it is good wine. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something you really realize when you're, when you're a kid and you're just like, kind of like just buying cheap wine and that's your only experience. But I'll say that across the board with every alcohol. I thought that about vodka. I thought that about tequila. Like, I wasn't aware at that point that you could have expensive.
Just brought that up to me with tequila the other day. He's like, he goes, I never thought I had like tequila until I got good tequila. And he's like, oh, this is fucking tequila. But before that, it tastes like fucking firewater. All right, we brought up that the art. What's it called again?
Trattoria de Art.
Someone said, yeah, but there's a chain. It's not a chain. It's a group. There's a difference, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A chain.
Like when you say like a local, like they have a couple different.
No, they're a group that owns a couple of different restaurants.
Oh, I see.
I think that's different than being a chain.
And like not the same identical menu at every
like
spot.
they own Brooklyn Diner too.
Gotcha.
That's different than a chain, in my opinion.
Yeah, that just means the owner's got some success. They're
right,
doing
and tries to open up other places. Most restaurant groups are meh. I forget the guy in Philly, but I think every one of his restaurants I've been to, is it Star or something like that? Something Star. He's like a celebrity chef.
Yeah, he was. I think it was.
All of his places
Jose
I've been to.
Alves.
What?
I think it's Jose. He was an Iron Chef too. Look it up.
Okay. I went to like a fucking Indian place of his, right? Unbelievable.
In Philly?
Yeah. And next time I go out, I go just like to a breakfast place. It was unbelievable in a different way. I'm not going to put people down that, they make something good.
Jose Garces.
That's him. All right, how many places is he on?
All right, let's look.
What is all he got?
In Pennsylvania, he has 1, 2, 3, 4.
But see how they're all different?
Yeah.
You got a steak place, you got a Mexican place.
Ooh, that steak was good.
All his stuff is good. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, he's got like 10 restaurants, 11.
Yes, he's got like 10, Chris. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you.
Are you treating him like a piece of shit?
I don't mean to treat anyone like a piece
I'm
of shit.
starting to feel like Tuesday is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Do not feel that way.
I remember I predicted Tuesday is going to be a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. You said Tuesday's gone with the win, and I think that's what you meant.
Tuesday's gone with the wind. Oh, my baby's gone with the wind. Doesn't even try to rhyme. Just comes right back to it. Freight train. Oh, again with the freight train? That's from a different era. There wasn't a lot of freight train talks when this song came out. I'm always laughing when like a song is like waiting for a train. I go, when's the last time you waited for a train? Why can't you put in plane? Not romantic enough for you? All right, we got to get moving. Anybody know how Nick's doing since his, they don't call it an operation, they call it a procedure these days.
No, but I saw, he posted an image on Twitter of him in a bubble bath recovering.
A friend of mine had the same thing not too long ago, and it was hellish to get the system working again.
Yikes.
Because the ass does not want to jump back into it if there's pain. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, constipation is not a joke. Oh, my God, he does look like he's in pain, too. Nice bath, though, Nick. Nice sudsy bath. What's this thing that you got here?
No, this was just a chart from the Retail Apocalypse story.
Oh. We could have used that when we were talking about it.
Fucked up.
I could have referenced it.
Yeah, look at this chart. And then
Chris, where's my laser pointer?
A good story about Brian Regan being on television now. He's got a show. It's kind of an AA group that he belongs to. I can't find it myself. I'm dying to say it. There's a clip of it up on the iBang, but he plays a character named Muggsy.
That's awesome.
I don't know, is it? All right, that's it for us. We'll see you all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!